Redirecting Facebook Live.
Thing. I cannot remember. Tambourine. There we go.
We are live. Yeah.
All right, we're
Hi.
live. We're good to go. One of these days, I'm just gonna try to learn that song. Ooh, I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Echo gone.
I like hearing myself, but not multiple times in my head like that.
That wasn't the echo on the computer.
Ooter.
All right, we are live. There we go. Nice.
Yes.
Destiny's here already. That a girl.
Hey, long time no see.
Yes. It's been a while for show. And I am muted right on the spot. I'm learning how to do this thing. This is great.
Only after 7 weeks. I'm so proud of you.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's amazing. So welcome everybody once again. I know I had to ask this already, but we're here down number 7. And we thank you. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for sticking by our side. We thank you for laughing mostly at us. We understand this. But definitely we appreciate it. Even though after all this is going to be happening and ending, I'm going to glad we're going to continue doing this. Eventually, I still want to get to a point where we can actually do it from like one location.
Yes.
So we can, the 4 of us sit together somewhere.
Great.
Be able to just do that. I don't think we can all fit on your bed. I mean, we can try. I'm not against it. I'm just saying we're gonna need a bigger screen for that. So yes. So welcome once more again. We got everything going here today. Let's start with a welcoming of everybody and introductions. Let's start, please.
Frick, Erica.
Carlos, Frack.
Brooke, Patty.
Wack, TJ.
All right. Here we go. Please welcome to episode 7 once again. Get in the chats. Please share. Please invite your friends. Invite your grandmother. She won't know what's happening anyways, but just put her on. It's all right. Oh.
I open it
Every time.
when I open
it's not just me.
Facebook,
It's the
I have to mute it right away. I can't not have it automatically plays.
Yeah. What she said.
So that's okay. It's helping me till now. So I'm getting everything figured out. So yes. No, I don't want to.
You'd think there was a setting for that or something.
If only there was. If only there was.
Yes, there really is.
Where is it?
It's the
under settings.
I'll show you later, not while we're live on.
Doesn't exist.
Drink.
Sure, why not? We'll do that one just for. Wait.
What up,
Hi.
Mr. Pete Canoy in the house?
What's up, Philip?
Yes. So I already forgot where we're at, and we're just starting. But please. So
back on track.
Back on track. Stay on target.
Invite
Everybody again, please do. Don't forget, we also do have a YouTube channel that we'll post afterwards, so that we can re-enjoy all the stupid, goofy loveliness that we have going on, and you get to actually see our guests again, and get to hear and see their materials, and you get to see me either enjoy or really not enjoy a drink. So tonight I'm actually going to get to enjoy one. So it was a good recommendation by Brooke. So that was a good one, and it looks lovely. I'm looking at it right now, so but I'll wait until the right time. I'm just going to keep eyeballing it. But anyways, so please find us on YouTube, Frack Paddy Wack, FFPW, again, hashtag FFPW and everything else. And now TJ is going to take it away on introducing what we're going to be doing tonight, since we're changing the format a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So tonight's topics are going to include week 1 of Florida's reopening. Those of you that live in Florida, everybody else that's out there, will catch up with you, and you can sound off in the chat room about how things are going for you with all of this CV-19 stuff. We can't say the other word because then it gets booted off of YouTube.
Like other things.
Like everything else. We're going to cover trending topics right now. That pandemic video is really taking off. Whether it's true, false, the world has yet to figure that out. But we're going to chat about it. We've got some funny historical facts about alcohol because one of our guests tonight is a bartender. We're also, later on, we're going to play a game called You Decide, where we're going to roll through some topics of music, movies, sports, celebrities, and of course food. and you get to tell us which one you prefer over the other. Brooke, you want to tell us how to play Would You Rather? In
Since
case we
you
get to
told
that.
me, since you took my other part,
Yeah.
Ooh. Just leave it to TJ. Just taking your stuff always.
So, Would You Rather is a game where you have two choices and you pick which one you would rather do. If we all four of us pick the same choice, then we all have to drink. And if you're the only one with that opinion, then you have to drink.
Same thing on you decide. If you're the only one that likes your decision, you drink. If we all like the same decision, we all drink. The point of the night. The point of the night, if you haven't caught on already, is
we're just trying to drink.
We're just trying to drink and have fun and be silly and be goofballs.
Oh wait, drink? Did I hear you say drink?
There is plenty of seriousness out there on Facebook. Just scroll your wall and you'll see how serious the whole rest of the world is. We're not
serious or whiny.
You know, we just want to have some fun and help you get a little bit of an escape from the real world for the next 2 hours of your life. Erica, keyword of the night.
I have to go with the one that annoys me and makes me roll my eyes. Literally.
Erica's pet peeve.
It is the most overused word I've ever heard in my entire life. I would like to add some hashtags tonight, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hashtag are we open yet?
Yes.
Hashtag phase 1 complete. And hashtag literally drink.
If you use the keyword, do we have to drink?
Absolutely.
Okay. Fair enough.
So,
Carlos, tell us about our guest.
So yeah, so our guest tonight is going to be the beautiful and the lovely Becca Beall. Again, she is. I've known her for a very long time because I used to hang out a lot more back in the day at the bars, so that's how I've known her. She was a great bartender. She still is a great bartender to this day. So, but also she has a history of basketballing, or not basketballing, volleyballing. One of those
Other
balls
way.
she plays with. So she's always whacking some balls around and everything. So, but again, she's an amazing person, amazing individual. From the years that I've known her from prior. I believe Erica. Did you say you went to school with her as well, or?
No, I said she was Hannah's volleyball coach.
Oh, okay, Hannah. Oh, yeah. So Erica's daughter's coach and everything too. So again, we're gonna get to talk with her, and her being an actual bartender, knowing what she's doing, I'm gonna have her critique the show. And TJ, stay in your own lane, please.
That was kind of scary.
We saw that. It's kind of like an episode of Ghost, like, oh, you're thinking of me.
No.
But anyways, so she's going to be joining us this evening, and I'm excited for her because I know she's staying busy through all this that's going on. But I'm glad that we get to have somebody. I mean, and don't get me wrong, we love bringing in business owners. We love talking to individuals, who are trying to make something for themselves and grow and develop. My buddy Malachi just jumped in. He makes his own pomades and everything. So I love being able to showcase those kind of things. But at the end of the day, we also want to bring some, also down to earth people as well. I'm not saying business owners aren't, but we can relate to the bartender. We can relate to, being the restaurant worker. Well, because I make my own drinks, so I feel like I could. Yeah. So it's like, man,
really
my crowd complains a lot. It's usually my friends. I make drinks for them and they don't like them. So
But you didn't like your drink last week, so
exactly. You see, so I get to be the bartender and the customer, and I get to complain and listen to them like, oh, this guy sucks.
got it. No tip for you.
Yeah, his drink, the bartender was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. So that guy knew nothing. I'm telling you, fire that guy.
Go back and watch episode. It was either episode 1 or 2. Go back and watch that one. Carlos made himself drink and completely forgot that he absolutely does not like gin.
I thought it was hilarious, even to now, but I can still taste like the gin, like just I'm telling you, it's there. So anyway,
like that.
Drink. Hope you have a drink in hand. Cheers if you do. If you don't, no big deal. Cheers to you. We'll drink to that. Carlos, I think we need to move on to segment 1. I think we're good.
Yeah. So we're good on that. So and actually, this is something that you already discussed on then, and basically. We talked about the reopening of phase 1, at least for the state of Florida. Again, this is where we live at, Florida. This is the only thing we can talk about. We know other states are going through different motions. But again, we're only speaking about what we know or have some knowledge of again here. I do have the image open already, and I'm not sure if we can share a link to it or somebody else can put it on there while I'm talking about it real quick. But some of these things we kind of expected, and some of these things we're going WTF. So the first bullet point on here is that schools remain distance learning. So on that, I'll start off with my at least 10-second opinion. I think it's good because kids are the dirtiest things next to, bed rags after you're done with your partner. And
oh, come on!
It's the same material. It's the same material. Come on. But
we lost 7,000
anyways.
viewers just off of that.
I know, right?
Come on.
Hold on.
But
Teacher said she's going outside to dance naked.
Like, hello, pictures or it didn't happen.
We're done for the night. We're heading to Anitris.
No kidding. Everybody jump in the Jeep. We'll take the tab off.
There we go. So kids, but I get it. We're talking kids, they're perhaps more prone to those kind of things, and I get it. But for the whole year,
well, it's not till December. It's till August.
Till August.
It's the school year.
Okay, school year. Okay, then so this school year meaning August. Okay. I was gonna say because
however, we touched on this before in a couple of the prior shows, a couple shows ago when they were talking about doing this, is that talking about scholarships that are possibly not going to be there for kids anymore. Kids missing their graduations. I did see one of the billboard companies did a outdoor billboard companies did like as if they have indoor billboards. Anyways, they did a thing where they put pictures of graduates and their names up there and kind of gave them like a
cheers and a kudos.
Thought that was really cool. I can't imagine being a senior in school and just not being able to go through.
Yeah, I think Lakeland.
Did you see the email today about the graduation? Sorry, Brooke.
No,
I did not.
Okay, so the email today stated that the district is talking to, God forbid me, because I don't know what the name of the building is now, Jenkins Stadium or whatever, or Tiger Stadium or whatever. Each graduate is only getting 4 tickets. The seating is going to be 6 feet apart for each of those people. It is assigned seating. You cannot sit closer than that. The graduates are all coming in. They are only allotted 1 hour. There's no handshaking for the diplomas. Thank you. The diplomas, and everyone is required to wear a mask, but they are setting it up. I just saw the email this morning.
That's going to make some fun photos.
Yeah.
Like, hi, here's my mask.
It's like very Hunger Games.
So excited to graduate.
Can you frisbee my diploma to me? Because that would be excellent.
That would be cool if they did like a little toss.
Or it's probably just going to be like, hi, you're walking. We're not really going to give you anything because that's cross-contamination.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, but sorry. So
at least there's something. At least there's something.
Yeah.
Right. It's available. Now, the senior living facilities, though, I get that. They're more likely to...
It sucks. It sucks. We can't go visit my grandma Jerry. She's at a senior living facility in Brandon. We can't go visit.
And DJ's great grandfather just passed away, so that left her there alone. Yeah. She's got her friends there, but
but still, it's
it's
not that easy.
Yeah.
But I understand it. That is one that kind of needs to be that way.
Yeah, I think with the schools just being closed till the end of the school year, I can kind of see it because they've already set up all the online stuff and got all the kids accustomed to that, and then to send them all back for just a couple weeks would be a headache. So,
but if they paid for a year, but if they paid a year for this virtual stuff, do you foresee or could you foresee that they're going to implement making some of them at least be in the classroom but still doing virtual classwork, or can you see them just going back to the old paper and pencil? Like I can almost kind of in my little brain see every classroom have a computer and they're forced to do virtual stuff for grading purposes and supply purposes.
Like turn in assignments online?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a slap to the face of the parents.
That's a shift that needs to be.
I think that's kind of a shift that needs to be made anyways. That's what you did in college. You turned in everything.
Well, there's no grading. There's no teachers having to go home and spend their personal time. My opinion, of course. I still think kids need actual instruction, but.
Yeah,
there's still essays and written answers that aren't black and white, yes and no.
Now this is the thing, is that the schools need to be the ones, and I don't know how you do this and get the funding for this, but the schools need to be the ones that provide the in-class laptops, tablets.
Oh, they do. The school board is given.
Not every school can do that.
To every child.
Yeah. If they're going to make that shift, that's the thing. You can't require the students to be like, hey, provide your own iPad.
Okay, but even yet and still, how many of these kids are walking around with a $1,200 phone? Use your freaking phone.
There's a lot that, I mean, there's still just as many that aren't. But at the same
I
time,
agree.
I would love to see that technology wave come through anyways. That is the way that a lot of things are going, and to get
and you don't have to worry about
kids
a lost
on that up and
paper
up of being able to not be lost in technology while they're young.
I think McKeel is actually iPad based. I could be wrong at the school that I'm saying, but I think that they are.
I don't doubt
It's
that.
the Academy of Technology.
I think so.
Go ahead, Carlos.
Quick note here. I was just going to say, just for the sake of time here, because I know we could talk another 30 minutes on this, but just we'll kind of breeze through some of these here. I know I want to do it, but I'm like, I'll just jump in. Elective surgeries are resuming, which again, they're elective. I have a friend of mine who's a nurse who works here locally, and they were saying that they usually have about 30 a day, and starting out again, they only have like 8 a day now.
Good. So the COVID claims could come down a little to stop offsetting the funding. Got it.
There you go. That would be nice for them. So the restaurant seating's going down again to 25% inside, and outside's got to have the 6-foot rule still.
Boo.
Did you see my note?
No.
So I went to Sonny's this evening for my parents because my parents wanted barbecue, and I was apologizing to the girl. I said, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I was supposed to come in to get the food or if you're still coming out. She's like, well, because we're only at 25%, we're still not going to open. We're going to wait till we're at 50% because us having just the employees here knocks most of that 20%. So it's not cost effective for us to even open the doors yet. So I thought that was rather interesting.
A lot of smaller
25% seating capacity. So I mean, they're
I'm just saying what she said.
Building capacity.
I thought it was seating.
So yeah.
Building.
So yeah. So retail's also 25%.
Don't blow through that one, Carlos. I got more to say on. So slow your roll.
Okay.
You're rushing.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Your spazzy, it's down. All right, so
make sure we cover. All right,
because this one I can speak on. The 25% Winter Circle is at 25%. There's everybody's operating at 25%. Obviously, that is willing to open their doors. No bar seating, so you cannot sit at the bar. So that knocks out several. Your patio, I'm not sure.
Tables.
The tables have to be 6 feet, but to my knowledge, I don't know that it's capped at a number of people that can be out there, because I didn't see it. Because there's no cap on your patio of how many people are allowed to be on the patio.
As long as you have the space available to distance them,
so
then you can see as many as you want.
Like they're doing a social distance comedy show with James Yan on Saturday.
I saw that.
I want to see that.
You can even stay in your car.
Yeah, you can stay in your car and watch the show if you want. They're gonna have the speakers out there, everything like that, and they're doing FM transmitter as well. Like they did a movie last week, and basically you can sit in your car,
listen to it on your car.
Oh, sorry.
So pretty much is that we can sit at the Krispy Kreme across the way and just eat donuts, and and it's like a drive-in watch,
Yeah.
So.
Or you could go to Winners and eat wings and have beer.
Here's something here's something I still don't understand, and I have this in the notes as well. I don't understand why bars can't open if they open under the same guidelines. Why can't they be at 25%?
I think I know the answer to that, because most of bar, if you're only a bar, a lot of the time it's only standing room. Like most people are standing, so you can't tell people that you can't just walk around with a 6-foot like measuring tape and telling
noodle. Just get a pool noodle. I'm telling you.
Right? You would be putting it in inappropriate places, though.
I know. I'm the first guy to get arrested going, what happened? Improper pool noodle usage or something. I don't know. I'll make a new rule for that. So
it's the
lowest rule. I'm whacking everybody.
We bet you are.
So yeah, that one I don't get. And then moving forward on to the retail is open at 25% capacity, but barbershops and salons, this one annoys me. This one annoys me to no end. Why can barbershops and salons who they know all of the laws and they are stuck to guidelines about aerosols and this and that and cleanliness guidelines, they can't open, but a Walmart can. And we know, let's not talk about
Walmart's so clean.
Let's not talk about
I think
people at Walmart.com. There you go.
There's a website dedicated.
Chiropractors are open now, right?
My chiropractor never closed.
Oh wow.
Essential.
Yeah.
He is essential. He's a medical doctor.
Yeah. Well, I was saying, like, with the elective medical stuff, a lot of places closed. But
Oh, I medically need my chiropractor.
Right.
Jesus.
No, it still bothers me. Like my
but
buddy
like
of
I
ours
see people
barbershop can't
going.
open.
I see people going to get massages again. And,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yet,
I don't know.
But yet you can't go get a haircut.
Right.
Like, what?
I think that if you can abide by the guidelines, then let
Didn't
it
a
go.
chick get arrested and the lieutenant governor or something pay for her fine or something?
Yep, and she'll end up winning. She'll win her court case if they end up taking her to court over it. Like she'll win her court case because it's
in the Constitution. It's her right.
Like, we all know there's a lot of boundaries that are being crossed with this. So
yeah,
it's a test of the emergency broadcast system, and we are failing. Or are we?
So the best stuff. I mean, definitely.
Anybody do anything different this week? Anybody? We went up to Winter Circle once just to work on the printer for the in-house ordering system. Other than that, we didn't really go anywhere. We never do.
No,
I never go anywhere anyways. Don't judge me.
Like I go to get food.
Yeah. Again, you three, you're asking each other the wrong question.
Yeah.
So the question would have been like, "Hey, Carlos, what did you do anything different?" The answer is no.
You came to my house.
Oh yeah. We're still 6 feet apart, and it's because I needed to purchase some products. So
hey, and it wasn't in a baggie.
Yeah, you're right. It was not a baggie.
It put it in a yes bag.
It wasn't a yes bag. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, "Oh, this is snazzy."
I get proprietary treatment. So,
any plans for the weekend? Anybody doing anything cool? I mean, we're having.
It's Mother's Day weekend, right?
We're excited. My mom.
I want to try
out. Mom is coming.
My mom said, "Let's do something."
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, let's.
Hi, Mom.
My mom is very high risk, and she's ready to see family, and she obviously.
Is she wanting to like sit outside or?
We're gonna do a cookout.
Okay.
We're gonna do a cookout. We're gonna have everybody over, and we'll be here. And it's not. There's not a ton of us. It's 7 or 8 of us. So it's not like it's a whole bunch, and all of us have been perfectly healthy, show no signs.
Sister, brother-in-law, and them. So.
There's one sister that's not coming, but she never
comes. She knows who she is.
So I might take Hannah on Saturday.
I love you, but you know better. All right, Carla. If we want to move into the next segment, we can.
No.
Plandemic. Holy crap.
Okay, listen, TJ. I'm never.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm never letting you do topics again when that late at night and this close to it, because I actually had to. I was telling Erica, I actually had to do research, and I don't like you anymore for this. It's supposed to be fun. You're making me an investigative reporter.
I watched it last night.
It's been trending for 2 days.
It
took
like 20 minutes to watch, right? Like
it's 25 minutes long. But I watched it to make sure.
And you haven't watched it yet?
No, I know. I watched the full thing because
you did. Okay.
I know some people. So I saw some posts already about it, and I was like, I wasn't really aware of it. But I understand both sides going like, oh, it's false information, or it's not, or hey, look at this, or look at that. And I said, okay, even if somebody says I'm not going to watch it because you're misspreading, I don't want to learn. I'm going no. Even if it's something that's even if it is false, 100%, whatever, I don't care. Or if it isn't, still watch it because you need to then be able to have a proper argument for or against it, or understanding. When I saw the post, I'm going, okay, I can't just go by the post and everything that's happening there. So I watched the full thing and I'm going, okay, so there are some things that I understood from it. Definitely, there are some things that I didn't, perhaps personally like or whatnot. But at the same time, I have to leave my emotions out and see. And I feel like dragging it half the time. Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
God, that's an old show.
Rocking the old Nick at Night, I'm telling you. So yeah, and at the end of the day, though, that's the problem. You got to have all the facts straight, whether you're for or against it. If you want to play devil's advocate or whatever you want to do, you still got to know what you're going up against. So I said, you know what, it's a fair enough mentality. I watched it, and some of the things that I saw already immediately were the debunking of the lady. Okay. And it can really go either way, because in these kind of scenarios, it's difficult. Yes, she did a study that apparently had to be retracted, and and she was trying to falsify, and could it be? Okay, I get that. So she's not all that credible. I get it. She's not a doctor. She's a PhD, and that's fine. It's way smarter than the 4 of us put together, probably. But at the end of the day, though, that action took away credibility from her. So I get that. But at the end of the day, though, I'm not saying that these things could have not happened to her. talking about the raid going into her home, and maybe she did steal, or maybe she didn't steal the materials or not. Again, we were not there. We don't know this. But at sometimes I'm going, well, this is kind of like almost an Edward Snowden situation where you got a whistleblower. Is it like that? We didn't get mad at Edward Snowden. Some people did, and some people are still mad at him, and they're thankful that he's in Russia. But again, this could be the same scenario. So we don't know. In the middle of all this going on, all this hustle and bustle, and people being scared and people not giving a crap, what do who's to say what's right and what's wrong now? It's not because it's not there, but it's difficult. We got so much information, and it's mind blowing.
Well, it bothers me that my post that I put up, we watched it, and we've been paying attention to all sides of it, from just trying to keep an open mind on what is really going on. Is what is really going on that they're telling us that's what's really going on? Then okay. If there's more than that, then what more is it? What are we not being told? What's right. And we're being left to believe that what the government and the media and the government, not hired, but the government backed doctors and stuff, we're led to believe that what they tell us is true, whereas all I've heard in the past is don't believe anything they say. And now all of a sudden it's everything they tell you is factual, and you're stupid for not listening. Yeah,
and it's a problem. You're right. Not 100% will be. I think the four of us can agree on that.
Yeah,
right.
I don't think either side is 100% factual.
Right. That's
exactly.
And that's my thing. And so we watched.
You have to take it each. I mean, mainstream and other news sources, you have to take with a grain of salt and kind of analyze it for yourself and pull what you think is the facts out of it.
Right.
So.
We watched it. I posted up and I simply said, just wow, plain simple, just wow. If what she says is true, what's next?
And what if some of the things she is saying is true? If just a little bit of it is true.
So I look at it like religion. Like, whose religion is correct? So is it the doctors, or is it this way? So I personally, like you guys, just take a little bit from everybody, and I have my own belief, and you'll never know how I truly believe, but I'm still going to protect my family regardless. So.
Oh, I don't believe that the virus is fake at all.
No, not at all.
No.
It's just the way it's being portrayed, and.
Absolutely. That's how I think of it, as like, this is just a religious debate. Okay, TJ, let's talk about Catholicism. What do you believe in Catholicism? It's whatever. It's like, yeah, I believe this, and this, but not this. Okay, I agree with you.
Well, you see, the teachings of Cathol, he was a great man.
So yeah, that was just my take on that. And then of course, I've got friends on all sides of things, and it's really weird, but like my I don't know. I have certain friends that are just it's just a dead line in the sand that there's no way that anything outside of this just being some sort of outside of being a pandemic, that there's no way.
Don't laugh at me, Carlos.
Well, I liked what Mikey Mike said, is like, either you like it or you don't like it. Just keep scrolling. You don't have to comment on everybody's post. So I was like, yes, Mikey, thank you.
And then just going. This was another post that I made earlier in the day, is that Facebook has made it to where it's okay to get on people's personal pages, and you're okay with telling somebody they're wrong and they're full of, like, that's not okay. Like, if they're your friends and you guys are joking around, then cool. But if they're kind of an acquaintance and you don't even really know them and you're not real friends, it's not okay just to jump on somebody else's page and start ramming what you believe down their throat and telling them they're wrong. You don't have facts. You don't do this, blah, blah, blah. So
we know you don't choke that easy. Drink. Sorry.
her drink is empty already.
I can tell.
She started pre-gaming at 5.
It's full of. So did you. You started pre-gaming before me. You grabbed the first beer.
Yeah, but I'm not slurring already.
That's not pre-gaming. That's just straight up. I don't care about
toddler.
The rest of the evening.
No, that's just toddler.
That's straight toddler. Great toddler.
Yeah, I've got a couple.
Go get more, baby. It's okay. And don't fill up his because he's being a brat.
It's whatever. But anyways, I just Destiny. Everybody drink.
Damn. I hate her. I mean, hi.
But yeah, I don't like how Facebook has gotten shut the door, woman. I don't like how Facebook has gotten to where all of a sudden people can come on and just start telling you that you're wrong and start spewing basically.
But that's life.
Hate
But,
at you.
well,
You
no.
can do that. You can do that openly or whatever, but coming onto somebody's page, like that's like me jumping over onto somebody else's page and telling them that they're completely wrong, blah blah blah. Like I don't do that. Maybe I'm a different type of person.
Exactly, because that's your personality.
I mean, I go on. I like a good debate. I went over on another friend's page and I get sucked into it. He's super liberal, so I get sucked into it. And I go over and I went on his page and he had posted up some stuff and I was just like, okay, well, this is kind of my thoughts on things. And then his friends just jumped down my throat like that I'm wrong and I need to STF up and I was just like, I'm just here to talk. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying like I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I like conversations with you guys that we could just talk. Like I want to hear everything.
Arguing.
I'm sorry. It bothers me that Biden cuddles on kids. My bad.
He's just a granddaddy.
It's just a grand. It's totally okay.
Absolutely.
It's totally okay. It's just the way he is.
White people. Go ahead, Carlos. White people.
Just those white people.
Even though I'm the whiter of all of us here, I'm still the foreigner, and I'm going still just.
Oh, Kevin asked if you were white today, but with a Spanish name. It was really funny.
Yeah,
to
help explain to everybody, my parents thought it'd be funny to name a white kid a Latino name just to confuse and mess with them. Be like, what should we do? Let's give him a stripe for the rest of his life.
Destiny is just talking in hashtags.
Yeah, and then okay, she's already hit the tequila early too.
Yeah.
So
anyway, that was our 5-12 minutes on the pandemic. The video keeps getting taken down. That is something that's a little bit concerning because it's America, home of free speech, but we can't. So you can put a bunch of other crap up on YouTube, but you can't put stuff that is conspiracy theory on
or
YouTube.
Just alternative.
Okay. Or just alternative thoughts. You're not allowed to do that, but I can watch you play a stupid video game for 7 hours. Whatever.
Oh, you've watched my kid? Got it.
I in a world where all this knowledge is out there, this one type of thought is being suppressed. And is it because it's all lies, or is it because there's truth in there that isn't wanted to be out? I don't know. But it's weird that it keeps being knocked out.
Yeah, and again, it's all the new rules and regulations about is it fake information, and I get that if it's fake information, but when I watched it, and said at first I was rather skeptical. I'll say like 85% skeptical, going okay, but let me make sure before I get into a fight I know what I'm fighting against. And yeah, exactly, yeah. So, but at the end of the day, after watching, I said, okay, well, what this lady is saying is some things are being confirmed. Yeah, she doesn't have that much credibility or whatnot because of one thing happening, but that wasn't her whole story. And some things, she was even being labeled an anti-vaxxer, and she was actually saying herself, "I'm not anti-vaxxer. I know perhaps I'm big in that community, but people think I'm for them." Yeah, exactly.
I always labeled as the anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, exactly. No, and
but nevertheless, both sides.
My kid's vaccinated, y'all.
Yeah. So exactly. So again, we're playing the game of assumption now, where everybody's assuming, they're not taking the time, like Erica's saying, to have a conversation. Trust me, I know, and anybody who's watching right now, all 9,000 of you, and I appreciate it, but you have to understand, the four of us here as friends and everything else, there are things that I know we do not agree on.
There's a lot of things we don't agree on.
Exactly. But at the
we're
same
still
time,
friends.
Yeah, right. but we're allowed to have a conversation. We'll talk through it and say, that's not cool. Well, but why? Don't just say, I don't believe you, or that's not true. Well,
I
why?
always ask y'all why. Like, why do you believe that way? Why do you feel that way?
You L words.
If you think that, I don't understand that. Yeah. Hey.
So anyways, yeah. But again, it's something that I know we can keep going down the rabbit hole. I do want to touch on one more thing about this, and then talk about one big topic as well about the Ahmaud Arbery situation there. But the last thing I want to mention real quick about the pandemic thing is TJ put up about something that I wasn't too aware of, and I looked it up, the Bayh-Dole Act.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, it's called Bayh-Dole Act, and I had to spell it out for you correctly. I was researching. I was like, "What's Bayh-Dole?
What is the Bob Dole Act? I don't understand." What did Bob Dole have to do with any of this? It's the Bayh, Bayh.
Oh. Yeah, so it's Dole. Yeah, and that's Bob Dole actually. So, anyways, but it's talking about patents. It's talking about company funding, researching, and what it looks like it comes down to. It's not so much about saying we're going to have all the rights. It's saying that no, if a university did a study, let's say it's UNCC, and they're going through X, Y, and Z program, and they're doing the study, they want to be able to patent that information because they're the ones going through the hard work. They want to get credited for it because that also brings them people to say, oh, you guys were known for this breakthroughs. That's part of my incentive to go to that school, or this school's known for psychology or for sports or whatever it might be. So I get having that, but I know there's always things that are kind of in those programs that end up sneaking up and start giving you more convoluted.
Then what?
Right. Exactly.
Our research is being funded by the government, which the government has given, I don't know how much, to specific schools to do virus research. So they're funding it. So if the government funds it and then the school gets it, the school owns a portion of the patent and the government owns the rest of the patent. Or in a lot of cases, it's coming out that this is what that act is that the government is allowed to own patents.
Yeah.
So the government could own the patent to a vaccine.
There you go.
Which is a little bit creepy. Because
it's a problem that we're talking about right now.
And it's the same thing as like Bill Gates could end up owning a patent to, it's just weird.
The cure.
Yeah, to the cure, and it's
hopefully not the band. It'll just all be more synth than we need already. So. And don't even add me in the comments, okay? The Cure, I get it, dude. He looks like a used
on that Bayh-Dole act.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So I looked it up, and that was a good thing they're going for sure. Now I do want to touch on the Ahmaud Arbery. I looked at a couple of videos, seeing their points and everything else. I was watching the news clip version. I didn't show like the whole video itself of him watching getting shot, whatever. And I'm glad you like turtles, Cody. You don't forget to wear your helmet. So good guy up in Jacksonville. So, but anyways, apparently he was running out, and the reason why they're having an issue with this because it's not just because of the whole court system being shut down at this moment in time. That's only part of it because they're not reopening until June, I believe. Mid-June is what they mentioned. But it's also because the guy, the father of the person who shot Ahmaud, he is a former DA. So when they took the case to have another DA handle the case, well, apparently there was also conflict of interest. So they had to test it on the buck to a third DA.
Yep.
And that sucks. I mean, and I get it. It's got to hold its time. You got to go through the process and due process because of that type of situation. But according to the lawyers, because they were trying to do a citizen's arrest, and even if that's the case, the only grounds they had is if you're doing an act of robbery and if they see something of that nature. Now, again, I don't know Georgia rules and laws, so please feel free to link something on the chat, get involved, let me know, educate me, please. But according to the lawyer who was speaking from the family, he was saying, you know what? You can only do a citizen's arrest if you see an act of robbery. You can't be after the fact, like, oh, he's running, but I didn't see it happen. You had to have witnessed it. And he says the only thing that was closely related to him being able to being citizen arrest or whatever is that he was looking at a construction site. He walked on a construction site. He was looking around or something, and then he walked out. He's not robbing. He's not stealing planks of wood or something. So it's unfortunate. Like I said, I don't want to watch the video. I saw already just the video they showed in the news, and I'm telling you, that was it's my heart breaks for the family. It seriously does.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and that's gonna take so long for him to get justice of any kind.
And yeah, when I came across it last night, I was just like, okay, wow. And of course, it's been a trending topic for a couple days now. So it's just one of those, like, you just kind of look at it and like, okay, I really hope that something comes of it that brings justice and peace to the family.
For sure.
Let's go off a little bit onto some more odd topics that are trending right now. Axl Rose and our secretary, Axl Rose of Guns N' Roses, and Steve Mnuchin, our Secretary of Treasury, got in a Twitter beef. And basically, Axl Rose called him an asshole. what it boiled down to is Axel said, "Hey, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. You're an asshole." And Steve tweets back at him and asks, "So what have you done for your country lately?" to Axl Rose, and I was like,
Give us a child of mine.
Released several of the greatest albums ever. That's all. What have
Maybe
you
he
done?
didn't know who he was.
Yeah, I was just dying. But then in it, he accidentally puts a Liberian flag instead of the U.S. flag. I guess he just grabbed the one that was the closest colors.
Who did?
Apes. Nunchin.
Okay, Mnuchin. Yes. Okay, so he put in the Liberian flag. It's like go like.
Yeah. And then he deleted the tweet and put it back with
America. Okay.
USA flag.
Okay. Hey. When have we not accidentally, fat thumped something in our phones? I mean,
yeah. But I was still just dying that. What have you ever done for your country lately? And then of course Axel got back at him and started throwing political.
I know. Yeah.
It was.
You can't say that too.
I mean, the lead singer of Guns N' Roses is getting in a beef on Twitter with the Secretary of Treasury. Yeah, this is what our world has come to.
Yeah.
Twatter. Got it.
Twitter beefs between a rock and roll lead singer and in a high level government official. Awesome. So and moving down that list, next I came to Earl Thomas was trending. And Earl Thomas is trending. He is the Ravens safety, NFL football player, Ravens safety Earl Thomas, reportedly held at gunpoint by his wife Nina after she allegedly caught him cheating back on April 13th. Busted. See, you can't. I was like, okay, gunpoint. So we know that she's not Spanish because it would have been a knife. But yeah, so I came across that and I was like, oh, busted, buddy. Listen, don't do stupid.
I'm sorry. For me, when I hear that type of news, all I'm going is like, wow, another sports person did something immoral.
Cheated on their wife. Oh.
Yeah. Idiot. And then of course, one of our previous guests had posted up that obviously, and it's on our calendar as well. It's Teacher Appreciation Week.
Yet all the kids are still.
Yeah. All the kids are still at home.
She wanted the Goldberg cookbook, and now we're even more bester friends.
Listen, teachers, I can't tell you now more than ever.
Kids back.
That we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We don't want to be homeschool parents.
Yeah, our preschool was going to open back up May 1st, and they decided now to go to June 1st.
Thanks.
I was already planning teacher appreciation gifts, and now they aren't in school.
Yeah,
that makes me very sad. So a bunch of mini bottles of vodka and tequila and rum.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, my teacher appreciation gift is my kid.
I would give them all the things.
He can count to 20 now. He's working on 30. Thank you, Destiny.
Thank you, Destiny.
Aww.
Destiny is our teacher now.
She's working very hard with him.
And he's doing really good, except for
he's
regressing and
he's got an attitude.
Parents it's like out there.
I think it's they call it a three-nager. A three-nager. Yeah, that's Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, because
he's close.
Man, let me tell you,
it's terrible twos and the three.
No,
we're through that.
That came around 1.5 to 2.5.
Oh, he's a head starter guy.
Oh wait, so yeah.
He terrible 2 started at 18 months, and then I'm pretty sure we have three-nager problems right now, because that's when they start talking back and they make smart remarks back to you and they think it's funny. That's all Tyler is doing right now. That's all him right now. He thinks he's hilarious.
He also thinks that he doesn't have to use the potty.
Really, a mini CJ.
Yeah. So we're regressing there, and then it's just, and I don't know if and I'd like to say maybe it's a jealousy thing of Trooper, our new puppy, but
he was doing that before.
But exactly, it's not.
It's worse though.
Yeah, it's worse now.
Oh.
It's worse now. So
you're gonna pee on the floor. I pee on floor. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's unders.
Shut up, Carlos.
Yeah,
That visual.
I mean-
You just had that visual in your head.
You saw me zone out going.
I did,
have
you were
the
like-
for this, but
EP on the floor.
One of the days, Tyler pooped in his pants, and then Trooper pooped on the floor.
And
And,
Keela.
Yeah, and then our old Chihuahua, she pooped on the floor. And I looked at TJ and I go,
I was like, I'm
do
going
you
to
want to
take
poop on the floor?
Yes.
Because everyone else at this house.
I'm gonna go poop on the floor, and we're gonna call this and then you can
So-
poop on the floor, and then we can just be like, look, it's a family thing.
Welcome to
it's
the poop
okay.
house.
It's okay. Everybody poops.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, usually in the toilet.
Okay, so
that-
real quick,
That's
We
the
got- we
point
got-
of that bucket. Everyone poops.
Yeah.
It's in the toilet.
oh, okay. Well, see, that was my problem. I never finished the whole book.
Well, I saw cats
So-
on Facebook this week pooping in the toilet. I thought that was pretty entertaining.
I know. I'm like, why can't I train my dog to poop in the toilet?
No kidding. Well, your dog probably can't jump on the toilet. Let's be honest. Don't look at me. Really, she can.
It's a boy.
Oh, not Keela, but
I was talking about Keela.
Oh.
no, Trooper, absolutely.
Keela would fall in the toilet.
That's what I mean. That's why I was like, no, she
size of my-
can't.
Keela, and Keela is the cat of the house. We know that.
She's definitely a cat.
Yeah.
All right.
And the older I get, I think the
Diane,
more
sounds like a crappy day. Yes, that's why we're here.
I think the older I get, the more I appreciate cats. I didn't think I'd like cats, but they like to stay to themselves, and
They leave you alone.
They
They go
leave you
poop in this
alone.
box, and then you just.
yeah, and occasionally you can pet them.
You need to meet Mousy. She wants to be petted. She'll even like headbutt you because she loves you. It's amazing.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
The
See,
pro- well, and that's the problem is
see, I
that
think
with
I had dogs before I
cats
had
are
kids,
unpredictable.
so I like dogs because I could give them all of my attention, and now I have to split that attention between. I can't give the dog my full attention. I can't give Tyler my full attention because I'm trying to train this dog, and I think
Did you forget you were married too? Because he needs your attention. I'm just asking.
Fuck me, word.
trust me, neither one of us is getting attention from the other one.
We need it. We need a day. We need a weekend.
I was gonna say it was a weekend.
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah, but now we have a puppy, so it's not like we can just like.
Yeah, so we
"Oh."
can't just say, "Hey, we need a babysitter." Now we need a puppy sitter, and I don't even know if you can board them at this
No,
age.
no,
Like,
absolutely not.
it's
Really? You can't?
No,
I
it's a
don't know.
stupid idea. It's,
I'm just gonna say you did it to yourselves, but
training, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't board him even if you could
yeah,
board him.
no, it's
He's still
not,
training.
it's not-
so.
You don't get a dog and then go. Oh, I'm going on vacation.
all right. So real quick, the last couple of minutes here. Let's do some of the you decides before we
Yeah,
get
all right.
Becca to come on
All
here.
right. So this is exciting. I came across this idea the other night, and I was like, this would be fun to do. So,
I did see some of these, and they are cool.
all right. So music.
Some of you are gonna hate me.
So
Don't hate me in the comments.
I
You're
know.
gonna
I'm
hate
like,
me.
So you decide, and this is where the chat room gets
oh,
to
this is
play
gonna be
along.
fun.
So chat room, we want you to play along. We're going to name 2 things, and you got to tell us which one you like better. If we all 4 agree and you disagree, then you get to drink. If we all 4 agree, I think
Yeah, we all drink.
we're
Well,
all
well,
drink.
same thing again. If 3 agree and 1 doesn't, that one that doesn't drinks as well. So
Yeah, there we go.
Let
So
me just get
I
my
don't know
cup
what-
ready.
yeah,
I guess
this
if
is-
it's 50-50, then we all have to drink anyway.
we're just gonna drink. So
Yeah, we're just gonna
welcome
drink.
to the drinking game for the next 6 minutes. Queen or the Beatles?
Beatles.
Queen.
Okay,
Drink.
I got my
Ooh.
cup.
Erica.
get that coffee.
Queen or the Beatles,
Water.
everybody. We need to see that. All right.
Sound
well,
off in chat.
the next one, and they're 90 seconds behind. So
Yeah.
Metallica or Ozzy?
Metallica.
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 All right. And I love Ozzy.
Community.
I love Ozzy, but Metallica if I had to choose.
Tupac or Snoop Dogg?
Oh, I'm
Tupac.
gonna get shot.
Tupac.
Snoop.
When have you ever listened to Tupac?
High school.
I was gonna say, who are you talking to?
High school.
The last time she listened to it was in high school,
Oh.
65 years ago.
It's on my playlist. Like I make the kids listen to it.
Okay, you know what? It's not. Know whose playlist? It's not
Oh,
this
Snoop
one.
Dogg isn't on my
The
playlist
big
either.
white girl.
Don't get me wrong. Both Tupac and Snoop are in my
Back in the
Pandora,
day,
but
Snoop was-
they are, but
Good.
I tend to go to
But-
Tupac.
We Snoop
went-
opened for 311.
yeah, Snoop.
Yeah.
We went to a concert and it was horrible.
It was a train wreck.
So he lost all respect for me.
Yeah.
Why? Because you weren't high
Alright.
enough, or what?
Oh, I was really high.
There it was.
Sorry.
Hey,
Next
hi,
one.
family.
I don't.
we're in the high rise. High rise.
Tyler. That was pretty tired. There's Becca.
I
She
don't
can
even-
join us. There we
I
go.
don't smoke anymore. that was years ago.
Becca, you're really dark. We can't see you.
You're
If
gonna-
I can get this wrong, can you hear me?
Yeah, you'll have
Yes,
to.
we can hear you, but you're really dark. We can't see your face.
Okay, hold on. Let me try and see what I can do here.
I mean, we could just
Hey,
look at
we
his
can see you
boobs
now.
all day.
There you go.
Hey!
Hi. That work? Okay, that's
All right.
way better.
So you are
Hello,
jumping
how are
in.
you?
You're jumping in the middle of a little game we're playing called You Decide.
She could be our
Sorry,
title.
I'm a little early.
We say,
You're
no,
good.
you're
No,
good.
no, it's good.
Jump on in. So,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Tim McGraw or Garth Brooks?
Neither?
I know. I was waiting for
That's
Eric.
Garth
I went
Brooks.
through all the genres.
I'm just gonna go ahead and drink.
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw.
Garth
Carlos?
Brooks.
Becca?
She said Garth.
Garth Brooks. We're all split. Katy Perry or Gwen Stefani?
Gwen.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen.
Yeah.
Movies.
You want to do movies?
Yeah.
We'll do a couple
some
of
of the movies.
and we'll move
All
in.
right. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Wars for me.
Movie Star Wars. Yeah.
For sure.
Goonies or The Breakfast Club?
Goonies.
Goonies.
Oh,
Ah,
hard
Breakfast
one for me. I
Good.
love the Breakfast Club and the Goonies.
Gotta
I
pick.
didn't see the
Breakfast Club
Goonies
on that one.
until
Going with Breakfast Club?
I didn't see the Goonies until I met TJ. So I was already like in my 20s.
She's watching it like,
so
this is terrible.
I was like,
I'm
this
is awesome.
horrible.
Stop
I was like,
You
is
ruined
that
my childhood.
terrible? And this doesn't even make any sense.
it. Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
Never seen either of them.
Friday, ooh, Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Again, both of these I never saw until I met TJ.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask. Friday the 13th
It's
is
Jason. And Nightmare on Elm Street is Fred.
okay. Elm Street. Freddy
There's a-
Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
I can't remember which one Jason is. 50 First
So-
Dates or Blended?
That's a Halloween.
Haven't seen them either.
51st Dates.
Blended.
You say Blended?
I haven't seen Blended.
Did you like 50 First Dates?
I did.
You'll
Mhm.
like
You'll love
Blended.
Blended then.
Same-
yeah, I'm like,
Check it
this
out.
is-
I've never seen it.
Not
That's
the
hard
same
for me to
cast,
choose
but very
because
close. I'm
they're
50
very-
First Dates.
they're very similar, but
Okay.
50
Erica, we got
Dates.
some movies to watch. Yeah, right. Because she enjoyed Grandma's Boy so much.
Let's not
girl,
relive that
this
moment
girl.
right there.
I can't.
Becca, do you
Yeah.
have you seen Grandma's Boy?
I've seen Grandma's Boy. Yeah,
And you liked it?
I did. It's that
It's good.
stupid, funny, just yeah.
Erica does not like Grandma's Boy.
Erica, drink. You're the only one that doesn't like Grandma's Boy on the planet.
I'll be happy to. That was
Oh, you
stupid.
were so blown away.
We're watching it, and
I'm
she's
like,
just like,
we can't be friends. I mean, I love you. You're my best friend, but I can't believe you don't love this movie.
Sweet Home Alabama or You've Got Mail.
I haven't seen them.
You've got mail.
Alabama.
Oh my gosh,
That's
Erica.
a tough one. I'm gonna go with Sweet Home Alabama.
That's where I'm at.
That's what I'm at.
Okay, so I guess I'm drinking.
Born Identity or The Martian?
Born Identity.
Fuck, man.
Identity.
What?
I say Born Identity. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
hold
I-
on a second. Hold on.
I like
Before we keep
both
going.
of them. I like both.
Hold on. Becca, where's your drink?
It's wine.
Okay, all right.
So
Okay,
I'm not
making
gonna
sure.
be chugging it.
Whew. All right. Just making sure
I'm
you're
at a
about to
friend's
like.
house though, and they have some tequila shots. So I told them if I have to do a drink with you guys or something, I can come and they can bring in a shot for me.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
All right, one more movie one. Catch Me If You Can or The Terminal. Those are both
Oh.
Tom Hanks movies.
I
I don't remember either of those.
Catch Me If You Can is Leonardo DiCaprio based on the real
Yeah.
life guy.
Yeah. I love that movie.
And
Yeah, I
Terminal
never-
is Tom Hanks.
Yep.
He's
But I
a
like-
he's a
I like
yeah
both of
he's
them.
he's an immigrant that ends up living in the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can as well.
I've only seen Catch Me If I Can. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Terminal.
Oh.
You like Catch Me If You Can. Terminal is
I don't like it.
along the same pace of the
Okay.
movie.
Yeah. So it's I do like Terminal. Yeah, but I'll go with Catch Me If You Can. I like the real story behind it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we will save the rest for later because we have
Yes.
We have a guest.
We have a guest that needs our attention.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
I know, right? Now we need the little intro song.
Oh,
I need a cool background.
we do.
I stole your background. This is one of your
I know, I
photos.
need the Jello shots. That's great.
Thank you.
So real quick then, and again, she's already joined us. Everybody, this is Becca Beall, a beautiful, amazing individual we've known for many years. Several of us have, and everything. Yeah, you didn't have to pay me for that one.
Thank
So you know, it's funny to and weird to say this. Usually at the end of the night, I end up paying you.
Right, I get the tip.
Whoa.
Yeah, just a tip.
Whoa, whoa,
So-
whoa.
That's why I said it, you guys. It could go a bunch of different ways here. It's a joke.
Exactly. Oh, we definitely can go a lot of ways with this. But
With just the tip, right?
yeah, always. So, but tonight's drink is it's a variation of the Moscow Mule. It's one that Brooke saw and actually I tried. It was actually very good. It's very summery. It's a strawberry basil Moscow Mule. So, made it right here. I did the modeling.
What?
British.
That was the white boy in you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I had a piece of basil just now. If I choke, it's delicious, but I'm gonna die.
So do you really say basil or basil?
It's basil.
Basil.
Well, if you're from the UK, it's basil.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
And you're from where?
I'm asking Stuart next time we see him.
that's not the point here. Anyways, so I'll be posting the ingredients. I'll also be posting the instructions of how we did the drink. But again, going off here with Becca for a moment and whatnot. So, majority of people may know Becca, who do know Becca, perhaps as a bartender, but also she works with volleyball individuals as well. You've been doing volleyball for how many years now, too?
I have played volleyball, been involved with volleyball since I was 11 years old, but I started coaching when I was 20, when I was still
So a
in
year,
college.
right?
What's that?
1 year, right?
Yeah, two. We'll give it 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been doing this since I was 20 years old. I'm 37, so yeah, I've been doing it for quite some time now. I had a little bit of a break where I wasn't coaching some volleyball there just because with work, I just didn't juggle the schedule. It was just crazy with bartending and then volleyball. So
Not bad. I mean, but after still, that's what, almost 17 years of going strong, even with a break in between.
right.
So also your background with how long have you been doing then with the hospitality scene?
Hospitality has been my job since I've started working. So since I was 16, I was, serving, doing, that kind of hospitality work. And then when I was in college in Louisiana, for school, I got a job bartending. I was also working as a server as well. I did both. And that was a sports bar. And that's how I was thrown into the wolves one night on a Friday night, like, here, learn how to bartend. And that's how I got into it. Really.
You learned.
I honestly say it was probably the best way. Like, what better way to learn, but just like as you go, hands on. Like, that's just, that works for me. So, yeah. And I've been doing it ever since. Yep. And I've loved it.
So what made you start volleyball? Was it friends, family? Why did you
My
start?
mom played basketball and volleyball at BYU.
Nice.
Okay.
And so my mom was just always involved with sport. So when we came around, my mom always put us in sports. We started off with softball and soccer. And then when I turned 11, I got into some volleyball camps. My mom put it into me, just, put it out there if I wanted to play, if I would like it or not. And I went to a few camps and I fell in love with it. And that was it. That was the sport that I wanted to play. So
You have siblings though, don't you?
I have a older sister and I have a stepsister that's younger than me. And then I have 2 half brothers.
Okay.
So,
Did they play sports also?
All of them.
Okay.
Yep. Everyone.
Had to stay busy every day of the week.
Well, my dad was a football coach and a teacher, did PE. So I was, my parents were divorced, but I still, would go and visit my dad and everything to where he was a football coach. So I was involved with sports all the time. And my mom was very active in sports till her knees went bad and she couldn't play anymore.
Oops.
But yeah. Volleyball is my love, though.
Okay.
Which we try to play every time we go to the beach.
Yeah.
Sand volleyball is a whole nother deal, though. I played some tournaments, but that's a whole nother, like, the workout and stuff. It's not easy. It's harder for sure.
Yeah, when Winter Circle had their third location up on the north side at the hotel, it was at the Howard Johnson Hotel, and they had a volleyball court. So it was every Sunday we went out there and played there. And then for a while, when we were going, and I don't know if it was what beach it was that we would go to, but they had courts, and we'd always kind of look over and go, "We really want to go play."
Was that the one Shepherds?
Are those courts still available?
I don't know. I mean, not
Yeah,
not in this
not
day and
sure.
age, but
Like those, yeah, okay. 'Cause, I mean, I would love to check out those courts if no one's playing on them.
Yeah. I know that over here off Shepherd Road at Off the Wall Adventures,
Yeah.
they have a volleyball court that was out
Mhm.
front for a while. I think it's still there.
Yeah, they do. The
Forever.
I was
courts,
I was
there's a
looking at
couple
it
of
going,
sand
okay,
courts.
when things get a little bit back to normal, I'd love to get some friends together and just go like, all right, we're going to play.
I'm in. If you guys ever decide to do that, y'all let me know.
I love to play volleyball.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Dang, Brooke, empty again?
Chunks of strawberry.
Yes.
And empty again.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're still drinking them.
Yeah, okay.
Getting
Gotta
close.
catch up.
Was I supposed to wear a red t-shirt?
No,
this
we
is
just
a
do
weird
it.
thing that we do. It's
So you planned the red shirt.
Color of the night.
It's the color of the night. We change color every week. Maybe we should.
So it's
maybe we
planned.
can
I
tell-
was like,
yeah.
you guys did good. You all did the red shirt.
Maybe we could
Thank
tell
you.
our guests. I don't know.
That'd be
Oh,
too
boy.
easy.
Yeah.
Do you have any hobbies that do not involve volleyball or bartending? Any
I
other
do.
passions? Or...
I do. So I really enjoy like antiquing, and if I have the opportunity to like refinish furniture, I'm not a professional at it by any means. I'm still at that learning, figuring things out on
Enjoying
certain, projects, but I love to go and do stuff like that. I love DIY projects. I love like gardening, and I love plants. Like a lot of my friends, will say that like my inside of my house is kind of like a jungle. It's not that bad. It really isn't. I just like indoor plants and stuff like that. Like, and I like exercising. I like to go out for like running or something like that, just free time. Yeah. I'm a homebody. I guess from being in the bar all the time, I get my social, hours in. So once I get off of work, like I really look forward to like going home and just relaxing and like quiet time most of the time. Yeah. So my hobbies are pretty at-home projects for the most part, I guess.
What's
You also
your
have that big puppy with you.
favorite antique furniture thing that you've done so far?
I just did one recently. My neighbor actually, I pulled up late one night and they, I guess, went rummaging and threw out some stuff. And I went garbage diving and right next door to my house. And I found just a really cool, like old wooden, like end table. It's very mid-century. And so I decided to go and sand it down and paint it. And now it's just a new little table that I have in my house.
Nice.
So I actually love it. So I'd have to say that's probably like my most recent and favorite one. Yeah.
Any pets?
So yes, I have.
Oh, and yep, I did.
I've
puppy.
had within the past 13 years, had 4 pit bulls.
Oh, wow.
But one passed away 4 years ago. The other 2 have passed away. And then I just recently had to put down my 13-year-old girl yesterday.
I'm sorry.
So I am no longer a dog owner for the time being. So I'm kind of going through the whole transition of what it's like to not have an animal in my house. And I don't like it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm adjusting to that right now.
We
lost 2 of ours last year.
2 of ours last year, and then we had
We just-
the littlest Chihuahua and we had her for it's been
15 years.
yeah, we've
I
had
found her
for
baby
15
pictures,
years,
and it was 15
and then
years ago.
so we still had her, and then it's been 7 or 8
3.
months maybe that we were without Yana, our husky.
No, it was
And
last April.
Last April. Wow, that's
It's
what
been a
time
year.
flies. But yeah, and we just got a Dalmatian puppy
Did you?
weeks ago. So yeah, it took us some time to kind
We
of go
knew
into that whole
a
transition.
Dalmatian was going to be our next because we were always really interested in them, but
Yeah. Because
We
you
were
don't
not-
see
we weren't
Dalmatians
ready.
around at all.
We weren't ready, and then
We
we're
needed
looking
a
at
year.
Keela, and we're like, she needs a
She's so
friend. She
sad
needs something to
that
cuddle.
her-
Like it's
Yeah.
just her by herself, and she is the cat
She's-
of our house.
yeah, she's
She's
used
a
to
dog,
having
but she's a cat.
a cuddle buddy. And
So yeah,
So,
so we
I've
gotta
never
suck
been a
them.
cat person.
yeah.
Never been a cat person, but my wonderful neighbor has rescued a cat that was left behind by a previous neighbor years before that. And so he took in this cat, and while in the past, I would say 3 months, this cat has been ending up in my front yard and really like getting attached to me and getting attached to my dog, you know, when she was around. And his name is Gladys. Long story short, there's a story behind that, but his name is Gladys. And he loves me and wants me to be his owner.
yeah, I was just
So,
thinking,
I may not have a dog anymore, but I have somehow adopted a cat, and he's really cool. And like I said, I don't know much about cats, so I'm learning a lot about how cats are. They're interesting.
They're weird. Cats
They're apathetic roommates. Their apathetic roommates are just like, I love you, get out of my way.
Yeah.
But he's super cool though. Like he lets me pet him, scratch him, wherever. Is not mean, hiss, scratch, nothing.
Huh.
He's pretty cool. So I have kind of like he comes and just takes cat naps and hangs out and gets some loving, and then he leaves.
He's like, all right, dude.
It's pretty cool.
Best boyfriend ever.
Yeah, I don't mind
Sorry.
having that kind of a cat. It's pretty cool.
Becca, we got one question from the chat room here, talking about in the hospitality end. What's one of the biggest adjustments that you had to make after the bars just had shut down?
I work a lot. I've always been one to always be working and doing something and moving. The hardest thing for me is not having something to do, you know, and the social part of not being able to hang out and talk to people. That's been really tough, really, really tough. I'd have to say that's been, I still haven't adjusted. I haven't adjusted to that yet.
So you consider yourself more extrovert then, or introvert, or just?
I'd say I'm definitely more extrovert for sure. Yeah, not an introvert.
Yeah, that's me, Carlos, and you on that one.
Yeah, Erica.
Yeah.
I've known Erica long enough. She would be definitely more introvert.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
dying. I'm like, I need to hug people. I need to see people. I want to go out and talk to people.
Yeah.
I want to walk by and high five somebody or pat them on the back at the bar and be like, good to
Grab
see
a
you.
booty.
Some
My
kind
way of-
of interaction.
Yeah, I want to walk down the bar. Like
I don't want to touch anyone.
My dad owns Winter Circle, so it's like
And
I
it's
want to
not
walk by
because
and
of-
see all the regulars.
It's not because of this. I just don't like to touch people.
Right. I get that.
Would you hug me?
I have
totally
a hard
understand
time,
that.
like, being comfortable hugging family that I don't see often. Like I'm not a toucher.
I'm not a huge hugger. I'm more along, if I know you and stuff, yeah, I'm more of a hugger. But yeah, I'd agree with
Well,
you.
come on, if you're dealing with a bunch of drunks and that's all people are. Come on.
Everybody
Right.
does.
Well, that's when you don't want to hug,
Well,
but like when I see
That's
her,
when, right. So and when they're drunk, it's easy for me to just be like, no, I'm good, you know, get them away from me.
I totally get something.
No. You need to shower. I saw the girl you went home with last night.
Carlos.
Hey. You guys give me too much credit, to be honest. Too much credit.
Yeah. Sure,
Thank you.
do we?
sure, but do we?
So Becca, back to you. Okay, so no, actually, I was going to segue into this, but timing. So I'm not. We have a trivia question for you, And I hope you have one trivia question for us ready about bartending. So, okay, cool. So, would you like us to ask you the question first, or do you want to go first at us?
You can go ahead. Ask away.
All right. Okay.
So
So,
this question, nobody's gonna know this answer unless he gave you the answer.
yeah,
I had to Google it. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So,
But may the odds be ever in your favor.
All right.
yeah. So, okay. So then, who was the first ever bartender?
Yeah.
Who would know that?
That's what TJ said.
A true mixologist, and a person.
I honestly,
American
have no
bartender.
idea
American
the
bartender.
I didn't even know that was a
Yeah,
thing. the
Carlos, let's
first
narrow it
bartender.
down to American bartender because that.
I
Okay,
couldn't
I'm
even
sorry.
tell you that.
Exactly. That's what I was like.
That's a
All
tough
right.
one.
I know that was the thing. The first bartender.
He just wanted you to have to do a shot.
In my
Is what-
17 years, I've never even heard a name of who's a like a.
Yeah,
the
I didn't
first
know there
one.
was a first bartender ever.
I mean.
Yeah. So
my
okay. Do you remember your
question
friends in the
isn't
back?
repeated Like that.
She's like, "What's in a Long Island iced tea?" Oh, we know.
I
that.
can't wait for you to figure out my question.
Okay. Well, in this case, so just to give you a little bit of ease, we'll go easy on you on this one. But I remember that you have friends in the background waiting with tequila for a shot, so I think you need to go get one.
Whenever we're ready.
Oh no, go ahead, go get one. We'll wait.
Oh, are we gonna do a shot? Because they're gonna come
Go.
in and actually do one with us. If I'm
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
hold on.
Great. Bring him along. So.
Oh, Erica, you're gonna love this because
It's
you know
Jamil,
who it
isn't it?
Erica knows who this is too. Hold on.
Awesome. So
All right.
yeah, so thank you, Erica, for posting there. Yeah, so Jerry Thomas was the first bartender. Becca, he was,
You ready?
you know, he died at the young age of 50 something. I mean, and back in the 1800s, that's a pretty good age to live to.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say,
think about
that.
that's,
Yeah, for sure.
really good back then.
I lived through the Oregon Trail and dysentery and copperheads and God knows what else out there.
Owned and
So,
operated saloons in New York City.
Yeah, exactly. So that was
I
New
know
York.
it.
So,
What's up?
oh my God.
What's up, Erica?
I know it.
Hi, new
My
friends.
friends.
Hi, friends. Okay, so just let the friends know then. So Erica, I'm sorry, Erica.
That's Becca.
Becca, she couldn't answer the question correctly, so she has to now take a shot. So please, on 3, 2, 1, have fun.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Becca, keep losing.
I've never been officially introduced to you, but I have met you before. So hey.
Hi, friends.
Oh, bye.
You guys. Okay.
Okay, so do we need more questions now? Because again, if they want to keep doing more shots, I mean, it's.
Oh,
we got some
Jamila's always
time.
down to drink. Don't even go there.
Remember, I'm
All
drinking
right.
wine and tequila.
Oh, you can have a lovely morning.
I mean, I'm not really doing a whole lot right now, so.
So okay, so we'll go ahead. Actually, in the meantime, you know, we do a second one prepped for you, but let's go ahead and have you ask your question now.
Okay, so it might sound like it's easy, but actually a lot of people get this wrong. What exactly is quinidine?
What is grenadine?
Sugar. Lots
Is
of
it?
sugar.
Sugar, yes.
Yeah, it's something.
Of her.
You just hear all the giggling.
Sugar and dye.
What is it?
Lots of sugar dye.
Sugar and red
A sugar dye, so like a simple syrup, but with red dye.
Right, like sugar and food
Probably,
coloring.
yeah.
It's crazy. Everyone knows about grenadine, but doesn't really know exactly what it is.
I've had it in the last couple of drinks.
So usually
Very
when you
good.
get like a Shirley Temple somewhere, they usually do the Sprite and the grenadine.
Yep.
That's what most people do.
Right.
But do you want the answer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
So it's pomegranate juice.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll drink to
It's
that because
like
I have no clue.
pomegranate juice, simple syrup, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nifty.
Interesting. Right. I'm glad no one got that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Destiny brought some over on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. We ate
Yep.
tacos and drank tequila. Because that's what you do on Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
I'm not sure why she brought the grenadine. But she did.
Because she did vodka, orange juice, and grenadine. Is what
I'm like,
She's making a
she's making
sunrise?
a tequila
Margarita.
sunrise.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna make a tequila sunrise with the tequila, but
Nope,
she brought
she
vodka.
didn't.
I posted the
She's
ingredients
special.
last time.
We love you, Destiny.
Ugh.
So wait, it was vodka?
Vodka, orange
brought-
juice, and grenadine.
Yeah,
It
she
was
did a
vodka-
Tito sunrise.
Vodka sunrise.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
We were like, why aren't you drinking tequila? And she's like, oh no.
It was
Okay.
it was Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday. I mean,
I don't understand where
you
things
have
went
to
wrong.
drink tequila.
I thought we had rules when you come over on Cinco de Mayo. I guess we didn't.
Right.
You know what? In this phase with everything going on happening, who cares anymore about the rules? Whatever, do what you
At
want.
least we got-
Whatever.
At least we got
Whatever
together.
goes.
We got to hang out. And
Yeah, at least we had people.
We got
I
the
had a friend of mine that said it perfectly as far as, you know, on top of people being the ones that are unemployed anyway, is that for me, the best way to describe the past, you know, there is no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
It's pretty much just yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It straight up is.
I've
I mean,
questioned multiple
quarantine's
times.
got me thinking that way for the most
What day
part.
is it?
The only reason that I know today is Thursday is because we're right here doing this.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
The only
even,
reason.
I actually thought it was Wednesday when I woke up.
It all is blending together.
It does.
Bad.
All right. Okay, so I hope your friends are
My
ready.
question- yeah, we'll go
Okay,
to a
yeah,
question that
yeah.
I thought somebody that you might know. What is in a paloma?
Oh, that's true.
It's tequila and grapefruit juice.
Hey.
Do we give her 50% of that? I mean, 'cause
Give
it's,
her-
I mean, I'll take a sip regardless. So.
You gotta do half.
So tequila, grapefruit juice, lime juice,
Mhm.
club soda, salt, and sugar.
Salt and sugar. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you want, yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot all the the garnishes and everything.
yeah.
yeah,
Look
you
at
know,
all
the other
extras.
stuff.
A Linkster's one where
I
if you're
would
hitting
do
it really
probably
quick, it's just gonna be tequila and grapefruit juice.
Exactly.
You probably get grapefruit, tequila, and a little club soda with
if it's a busy night, you know, I'm gonna try and make it as pretty as possible. But
We're not doing all these stupid garnishes. We're not trying to win a bartender award to
time
hit
for
you
that.
a drink and get our $2 tip.
So, are you going to complain about making lemon drops when you open up?
girl, you know my lemon drop. Ooh.
I know that's why.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, that I miss my job in bartending so much that I'll make you 50 lemon drops.
You don't
It
have to
doesn't
make.
matter.
strawberry daiquiris.
Thank goodness we do not have a blender.
Yeah, all of a sudden, bartenders all over the world. I don't care. The blender works. Just give me my job back.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were just talking about this, like how restaurants are at 25%, and I'd said one of my things was why aren't bars? Why can't bars be at 25%? Carlos made the point of, is it because most are standing room and they don't have? Or, sorry, I didn't give Brooke the credit.
No, really. So this is my way of thinking of it. Why bars are not included at all is, which I mean, at restaurants you can have a beer. I'm assuming. I haven't gone out to eat in a restaurant since they've done this 25% capacity. So,
Right.
But if it were just a bar, imagine telling drunk people that you cannot be standing or sitting over there, or can't come in because I don't have the capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Crowd control.
It makes it a lot more difficult.
And there's no
That's
food
true.
involved.
So I mean, that's just one of the things. Honestly, I would love to be, up and working no matter what capacity, as long as I could be making some money. But I'd rather stay until we can open at full capacity and be ready to go. Just makes no sense. To regulate that would be so difficult. I just don't.
Yeah, I was so curious about that because I'm like, why? What is the difference? And it makes sense, but at the same time, like, if you're a bar and everybody knows the rules that we have to be at this 25% capacity,
right?
You know,
like I'm curious to know what the government's,
right?
What they think of why they made, phase 1 to where it can only be this, and if you could do it with bars, I don't know what their thoughts on that is, but I just don't see it how you can regulate that.
We're all trying to figure out hair salons as well.
I don't get that. I would think hair salons, it's usually just two people, your hairstylist and the recipient, and both wear masks. Make sure you wash your hands.
Both wear
Require
masks,
that you're setting
and you throw them away after.
Right. I agree. I feel like you are able to control, the environment that you're in at that time, because it's pretty much just going to be two people involved. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and if there's 4 chairs, then maybe you only do 2.
Well,
There's
there's
6 chairs, you only do 1, 3.
at my salon, everything is so spaced
Way
out
spaced
anyways
out, yeah.
that you're
Yeah.
not even within 6 feet of the next chair. I mean, they have their own station, so.
Mainly because you don't want to be spraying hairspray and chemicals and things like
Yeah.
that that are then going
And,
over into the other
you know,
person's area.
You have a lot of personal conversation going on with your hairstylist anyway, so.
Yeah, the salons, I didn't really understand what their their thought process on that was.
I'm hoping that becomes phase 2. I think on Monday comes the next announcement because it was supposed to be kind of rolled out and evaluated week by week. So
I
we'll
would
see.
love to know. I haven't heard any word. I mean, no one has really, but on when they're actually considering for bars. I figured bars would honestly be like the last phase because it's such a social, place.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, but I kind of figured it was going to be that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it might be jumping for a second because I'm trying to find an excuse to have Becca to get another tequila shot.
I know, right?
So I have another question for you, trivia wise,
Okay.
hospitality related. So I'm sure you're familiar with Maker's Mark, Maker's 46. Okay. So people know Makers and and the great history they have and everything else, all the way back in 1954, I think is when they started. But do you know the founder's last name?
Oh. Can I get a hint?
That's not
I want
how
you to drink
trivia
tequila.
works.
I'm not giving you nothing.
No little hint at all.
Let me see.
Like what it may start with, something.
The letter S.
Letter S, huh?
Come on, Jamil, bring in some more tequila.
All right, I'm gonna have to go order some more shots because I have no idea. How do you know all this? Are you
Google, baby?
He's pre-prepped. Don't let him fool you.
So I need to know. I don't remember who was the first bartender.
We said it. You walked out.
Yeah.
I'm
Jeremiah
sorry,
Thomas.
I totally missed it.
It's all right. Jeremiah Thomas in 1830.
How do you know he was actually the first bartender, though?
That's what Google said, and Google's never wrong.
Yeah, never wrong.
Never.
Only
he was the person that was actually written down because he had several businesses. So he was the first one actually like logged in as a bartender for the locations that he had. So he's the first one on record, and recognized.
Right.
So there are people making drinks.
Did he make up the name, or
Probably.
I'm just
you tend the bar.
These
You're
are
a
important
bartender.
questions.
the guy?
I
the
get
guy's
it. I get it.
a contender, and he's like, I'm at the bar.
Somebody get that a-hole a drink, please. Just keeps yelling.
Okay, so I have to take another shot.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Go get the crew.
Be right back.
Go get the crew. So yeah, I'm a fan of bourbon. I'm a fan of actually Maker's 46. That's one of their higher end materials. But Samuel's family has actually been to this day, even the current people who are running it it's the great grandchildren of Bill Samuels.
Did not know
So yeah, and it's people know traditionally because they have the.
So I didn't. That was going to be a question.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. So you can drink too. It's all right. So I mean, we're gonna drink regardless. I know that.
So by the way, I've known Jamil since I was when Bartow Beef
So they're
opened
being
up.
made right now.
They're being well,
The shots
come
are
on, you
coming,
put-
yeah.
bartenders, come on, chop. I'm expecting.
I know. I'm getting served this time for once.
Hey,
Oh, yay!
you
I
deserve
was
to be
about to go in
served.
there and take care of it, but they're like, I'll make the shot.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna be in so much pain tomorrow.
One for
Ooh.
me, one for you, one for me, one for
Right.
you. That's awesome.
So what's one of your favorite alcohols?
You know what? A little funny fact about me, I guess you could say, is I'm not a huge drinker, you guys. I'm
Guys,
really
why is she
not.
on here?
What's that?
I said, hence
So
the
why are you
wine.
even on here?
Well, here I am doing shots, so I'm actually,
Yeah.
it looks like it sounds like I'm lying right now, but honestly, I'm not a huge drinker. If I do drink, I like to choose like a red wine. I like to sip on some red wine. Yeah, like a good
Nothing wrong
Pinot
with that.
Noir or really any wine, to be honest with you.
All
All right, so the shots are here.
What you eating,
Round two.
heifer?
A little bit of steak, a little bit of little steaky. All right, I lost the trivia question again.
All right, ready.
All right, we ready? You
Yeah.
call the shots, Carlos.
3, 2, 1. Drink.
Cheers.
So who cooked, Jamil? You?
Yeah, but
And Ivy.
Ivy did the steak just now.
So
Okay.
I did a steak, cauliflower, and then Becca did the
Asparagus.
bacon wrapped asparagus.
I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Oh, and then I did
Oysters on the grill.
and then oysters on the grill, and then we have I did cabbage wheels, which are
Dang.
to die for.
Amazing.
Hey,
Hey.
what's the address you guys are at?
We need some DoorDash over here.
2090 Golden Meadow Way.
Girl,
We got a lot of
Take more down.
edit that.
More shots.
They have all the food.
all the food.
All right, so
Oh, I
apparently you
love
guys
her.
were doing the show for the rest of the night from that location.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
I'll go
kidding.
over.
Switch to your phones.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so I'm gonna move into the funny historical facts, and just because you're here, it's funny historical facts about alcohol.
Yes.
I thought it would be a good kind of thing to talk about. So, in Missouri, anyone under the age of 21 has to be careful taking out the trash, because if they're under 21 and the garbage contains empty bottles of alcohol, they should be charged with illegal possession of alcohol.
Wow.
So if you send your kid out to take the trash out and do his chores, and you got a bottle of tequila in the trash, they can get in trouble.
Do you want to know what my first thoughts is what happened for this law to
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who said?
come about?
They were licking the bottle like.
You know what I mean? Like there's something that came out of this and it went bad. So we
Yeah.
have to make a law out of this so this doesn't happen again.
And this is Missouri. So
There's that.
That's so
I-
bizarre.
yeah.
I still remember one of the rules, one of the funny historical facts about alcohol was that you could not drink on Sundays. You couldn't drink bourbon or whiskey from a teacup. And this was from the times of, and this was established back in the era of the Great
Yeah, I'm
Depression and
sure.
right after that, because that was the thing. It was
it's the
during
steep-
yeah, well, it's during the oh my gosh, I just went blank.
Oh, the
Prohibition.
Prohibition. Yeah.
Yeah, it was during Prohibition. So people would say, "Oh, you could drink tea outside legally or whatever," and you couldn't tell from a teacup because it's a little bit, it's kind of darkish, brownish. So you said that. So if they found that you were ever drinking whiskey or bourbon or something from a teacup, and on Sunday the fine was doubled. And I think that started in, I think that was like it was started on Kansas or something like that. So that was one funny one. And something that I recently found out about Florida is that within the last 3-4 years, there are no more dry counties in Florida.
Yeah.
Thank God.
There are in Tennessee.
Because
though.
there are in Tennessee, and
There
that's
are still some,
Yeah,
yeah.
we went
Like
there.
the Bible Belt area.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Drive to the next county to
we-
get our
we
alcohol and
worked
come back.
for an international sports company that did live televised MMA shows, a company called the XFC. And we went and did a show in Tennessee. We've done several there, but it just happened that I think it was Jackson, Tennessee was a dry county. So we had to drive 20 minutes to leave the county just to be able to buy alcohol to bring it back in.
And it literally
Oh, there it was, the word.
What happened?
it was
It's a key word. You're not allowed to say that word.
Literally?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Got it right
Again. But
Tell me, Smalls.
it is actually like driving down County Line Road and there being what's that place?
Fireworks.
Twilight
Yeah,
Zone
like Twilight Zone. So
thing. Okay. Yeah.
the
It's
minute
like-
you
it's
exit
like
the
that,
county,
like,
it's like,
Oh,
here we are. Buy all
you
the
can
alcohol,
have
here, like a
alcohol.
fireworks station.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of?
Is at 2 and Hillsborough County is still open until 3 a.m. It's like that. Like you drive
Damn
like,
it, Destiny.
right down the end of the road. You can buy alcohol, but you on this side of the road you can't buy alcohol.
God, that sounds like great hell. God.
Apparently, we've reached the part of the show where everybody just eats.
I'm not eating. I mean, I was
I just-
eating my basil leaves out of my cup, but
Basil leaves.
Basil.
Basil.
The basil.
basil.
For our friends across the Atlantic, the Basil.
Basil.
We have to ask Stu about that.
All right, another stupid funny fact. Not even a funny fact. The United States has the highest minimum drinking age in the entire world.
Yep.
Agree or disagree that we should? judging by the stupidity on my Facebook wall, we should.
So
But we have the highest minimum drinking age. Do we think it should be 18?
Well, but I mean, smoking got moved up to 21 recently, so last year.
I remember a couple of years ago, some foreign exchange students coming into the bar from Amsterdam.
Nice.
They're like, where's
and I got to talk.
Were they high?
Huh?
Were they high?
legally?
Probably. They probably carry their own.
They actually tried to toke up in the bar, and I said, you can't do that here. I'm just kidding. They really didn't. I'm just joking. But you can do that in Amsterdam. I've never been, but you can do that apparently. Yeah. It's legal. But I got to talking with all of them, and you can be 18 to drink there. And I was like, well, do you guys seem to have, more problems because, younger kids are able to drink? And they were like, actually, we have a lot less because it's not, younger kids, when you tell them you can't do that, what do they want to do?
Yeah.
They do that.
So it kind of works kind of that way.
And that makes sense.
It was just interesting. They don't have a problem with the underage drinking there, or
and by the time you're 21, then you're good. You can drink 17 beers in a day and you're just fine.
Well, I love that you can buy a house, you can rent an apartment, but you can't drink a beer.
You can join the military.
My biggest.
And you can drink in the military when you're 18.
That's it.
Not legally, but you can still drink. My biggest thing was you could serve your country, you can die for your country, but you can't
have a beer.
Drink for your country.
So.
Not that they don't.
Not that I'm okay with being able to serve your country at 18. I think it should also be 21. And I think a lot of things should be 21. I don't know. I feel like.
I don't think you're alone.
I think I'm with you on that. I don't know if I want to be serving 18-year-olds in my bar.
Yeah,
I think even driving should be 18.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, Erica.
Get your learner's permit at 16 and get your actual license at 18.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's our culture is that we're babied or we're nurtured from our parents and we live with our parents until we're 18. So you're not fully an adult until you reach 18, and then it takes you a little bit of maturing time after that. So that's where I'm at, but I know that's not popular opinion. I know a lot of people say that you should be able to drink and smoke and serve your country and everything at 18, but
yeah, I don't like.
I'm a little against.
I don't think 18 though. Why 18?
Right.
Yeah.
Arbitrary number chosen.
21.
Right.
I feel like
at that
age. Why 1 year after 20? Why not 20?
Yeah, I feel like 20, because if you leave the house at 18, it gives you a couple years to mature. And then I think at 20, you should be okay.
Right. It's not like as soon as you turn.
Carlos is like, I'm 38. Nope.
Carlos is like, I'm 30-ish, and I still don't feel comfortable drinking.
Are you getting more shots? What are you doing?
And your car insurance doesn't lower until you're 25, so like there's some
all these weird things.
Girls are 25, boys are 27.
Oh, my bad.
That's all good.
Oh, that's
really? I didn't know.
23.
Yeah.
Boys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because boys are stupid.
I don't remember that when I had to get insurance.
I don't know. I just saw it. I was like, is something happening? I don't know.
God.
Excuse my hubby.
Depending on
we can't.
Never side of the camera. Oh yeah.
It's like have nice things around here.
Don't mind us.
Hey babe.
So real quick. So I'm not sure if you want to kind of move along, but I kind of want to have another game of You Decide with Becca since we have her online.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Let's jump back over.
So
tequila or vodka.
Okay.
No.
So
yeah. Jesus.
Becca, you cool with hanging on for a couple more minutes?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So all right, I'm gonna let you pick the topic: sports, celebrities, or what's scarier?
What's scarier?
What's scarier? Here goes.
Oh yeah.
Chat room, you guys
choice.
are welcome to jump back in with us. We would love to hear what you're thinking as well. And all right, what is scarier, skydiving or bungee jumping?
Skydiving.
Both of them, you're plummeting to the earth. So, but I'm gonna go with bungee jumping.
I'm gonna go with bungee jumping too.
Bungee jumping.
Cause you could snap my back.
So does
Nah,
anyone have to drink?
I feel like you can bungee jump over concrete and it breaks. And
It's true. I don't like either one.
for skydiving, they take you to a designated area and then you jump in.
Whatever. When I landed the last time we went skydiving, one of the clips was not clipped.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. We landed and he looked down. He's like, all right, let me get the left. Let me get the right. All right, cool. All right, we're unhooked. We're good to go. And I was like, that one wasn't hooked, was it? He goes, no, it came off. Right. So I was hanging on by one little buckle. This is wonderful. Didn't know that. And I had 2 more on the bottom, but whatever.
So I had 3 instead of 4.
Which is more scarier? And this is more like weird, but 30 days of light?
Heck yeah.
30 days of sunlight or 30 days of night?
Sunlight.
If you move to Alaska, what's gonna happen?
30 days of night.
Which one's gonna mess with your head more?
Light.
Light.
I think
Dark.
30 days of light is gonna mess with me.
No,
Really?
Ow.
My room is dark as I'll get out.
I would be so depressed if there was 30 days of night.
Becca, what do you think?
I would be very depressed if there was 30 days of night.
Me too.
30 days of night would mess with me as well because I'm
I
actually
couldn't.
scared of the dark.
I hate when it
I-
rains for 2
I
days.
couldn't do that.
I feel like I get depressed.
Yes, like when
stuck
it's
inside.
when it's overcast for 2 days in a row, like I
Yeah.
can't deal with it.
I've always said I don't understand how people in Seattle do it because the weather there. I understand. Isn't the
Yep.
suicide rate like
Spooky.
extremely high there?
Right.
Right, because and don't they say? I mean, the weather there is just rainy, depressing.
Dreary.
I couldn't do it.
It's
Yeah.
gray
And then in Alaska,
all the time. And then
it's,
Alaska is
Well,
is it multiple months or what? It's
like 3 months of super summertime, bright summer
Yep.
all the time, and then it's like sunrise for 3 months, and then it's like
I can do
sunset
it.
for 3 months,
Yeah.
and then it's
so-
dark, complete darkness for 3 months.
Couldn't do it.
That's
Yeah, like,
crazy.
I think scarier is the dark one,
I-
but psychologically light.
I'd like
Gone.
I'd like to experience that in like 1 week period. I just want to see what it's like to be 1 week of sunlight, 1 week of like
I
1
couldn't
week.
do it.
I don't not
That'd
30
be a
days.
cool experiment, really.
Yeah, it'd be cool just to.
It would be an experiment, but I don't know if it'd be a good one.
All right, alligators or snakes?
Snakes.
What's scarier?
Snakes.
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 Definitely snakes.
All right, snakes.
It
Lions.
had to be snakes.
Lions
Yeah.
or wolves?
I'm okay with alligators.
Lions.
It's in the computer room.
Both are pack hunters, so this
I
one's
know.
tough.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Lions, because they're bigger.
When I went
Yeah.
to put them
Lions.
together, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like lions because they're bigger is my only, and they're not native to the United
Florida.
States. Florida. I mean, there's not wolves in Florida. I don't know.
All right,
Maybe there
that's
are.
all I had on that topic. So I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump over to celebrities because this is a fun one.
Which one's scarier?
No,
Matt McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. He's scary.
I have to pick out the topic for these because you
He's
gotta
definitely scary.
could you choose my go gay girl, please?
Go gay girl. What?
Celebrities.
Oh, better looking old lady, and they're not. Neither one is
Oh
old.
shoot.
Angelina Jolie or
Old
Jennifer
lady?
Aniston, and
They are not
older.
old.
They're
Oh,
not teenagers. No, they're not.
Oh my
Get in the comments, people.
Like,
Get in the
are they
comments and
old?
crucify him for this, okay? Get him. Go get him.
I'm like,
older,
are they not like our age? I don't
older
know.
actresses, like middle-aged actresses.
Oh, they have 2 totally different looks, so that's a
Yes.
Ew.
Absolutely.
Completely different.
both so
And they're
pretty.
both smoking hot.
Yeah.
Now, see, during Hackers, Angelina Jolie was my freaking fracking go gay girl. But
I'm
now
gonna go with
Jennifer
my big
Aniston.
lip girl, Angelina Jolie.
For looks, I would say Angelina Jolie, but
Personality is
Personality?
Jennifer Aniston.
personality is
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I seen Jennifer Aniston again in what was it, Bad Boss or Bad Bosses or something? What was
Yeah,
the name?
and
I think.
And I'm gonna say, like, as they get older, Jennifer Aniston is aging better.
I
And that's-
agree.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Jennifer.
It's the vino.
Each of them, are they early 40s?
I think Aniston's in her 50s, isn't she?
I
Late
think
40s. So
Yeah.
that wasn't so
Maybe
wrong.
early 50s.
Quit at me. All right. So
they're not that much older than us.
all right.
Yeah.
Here's another in the hotness scale.
Oh goodness.
Good luck on this one.
Which one are we choosing?
Hotter.
Oh my
Scarlett
god.
Johansson or Megan Fox?
I have to
Scarlett.
Google Scarlett. Hold on one second.
Scarlett Johansson.
She was Black Widow.
Planet. Like,
Yeah.
Scarlett, yeah.
All right.
She was all
the coolest, the cooler factor, and Jennifer Aniston could easily play into this one. This is a tough one. Mila Kunis or Cameron Diaz?
Damn.
Who's
I
cooler?
think Mila.
Hard, but I'm gonna have to go with Mila.
I would say Mila too.
You
I
gotta
would-
go Family Guy, just to have that personality to play Meg in
Family
Family
Guy's one of
Guy.
my favorites.
Just to be able to play Meg, you have to have a wide open
I
personality.
would love to hang out with either one.
Either
of them,
one would
but
would be a complete blast.
if
And I was-
And Mila Kunis also
absolutely
speaks Russian fluently. It's
break both
amazing.
My legs if I don't
And I was
choose.
thinking like something about Mary, Cameron Diaz. That's an awesome role. And then what
She
was
reminds me
was it Bad
of-
Teacher?
Charlie's Angels too. I think.
Yeah, and so
Bad
she was in
Teacher.
Bad Teacher as well, and her
She
role
reminds
was
me of Jamie, my friend from high school, Jamie.
All right, ladies, good looks. Brad Pitt, Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Pitt.
All right.
I know. I'm like,
Okay. Brad Pitt for me.
I'm gonna go for the Bradster.
Tough one for me.
it's Brad, but
Um,
all right.
Alone.
I'm gonna go with Brad.
most versatile actor,
Ooh.
Johnny Depp or Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks. I'm sorry, hands down.
What?
I
Really?
don't know.
Johnny
has
Depp
done
can do it.
roles That have been.
I feel like Johnny Depp
Secret
has done
Window, Pirates
everything.
of the Caribbean, The Tourist,
Willy Wonka. like,
Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
Like
I'd say Johnny
he's
Depp.
done everything.
Tom's trying to hit Grammys. Johnny Depp just wants to like freak the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I'm with both are incredible. Both
Absolutely.
are incredible
Amazing.
actors.
But
But yeah,
Johnny Depp is off the deep end.
Get in the comments. Let's see. Let's see. Because I'm sorry, I'm still gonna go for Tom Hanks. Johnny Depp. I just feel like he's always got to go for that extreme thing. And
I
Tom
don't
Hanks
know if
can.
we're doing
He's
here
done
on the
extreme.
podcast or not,
yep.
so I'm
Most
like,
blockbusters, Leonardo DiCaprio or Matt Damon?
But I mean, DiCaprio started. Well, both of them started young, but DiCaprio started younger because he was also with Johnny Depp in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
And what?
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, I didn't.
I don't know, but I like Damon better. I'm not a DiCaprio fan.
I like.
I-
I go for Matt Damon as well.
I like both of them, but I'm on the Matt Damon side, with
I
exception
like
to whatever the one last
both
movie
of
that he
them,
did, The Shrink. the one
but
where he-
Yeah.
that movie was
DiCaprio, I feel like has, I don't know,
Mm.
better quality.
more-
He has less.
Yeah.
But Damon has more blockbusters. So
Yeah, I believe that as well. So, and finally, DiCaprio got his freaking nomination, or not nomination. He finally got his award. That was so good for him.
I know, but
Yeah,
that's
you
why
don't
I
have to be
said
a big Bourne fan.
that's
It
what I
was a
said.
huge
He
blockbuster.
has Damon has more blockbusters.
Funnier.
DiCaprio has better.
Funnier, Will Ferrell or Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Like not even a question.
Yeah, sorry.
He's my humor. I apologize.
Sorry. Like
Adam Sandler.
yeah. I'm like
Yeah.
not
Will Ferrell is good. Don't get me wrong. Will Ferrell is great, but
oh yes.
with those two, I'm gonna go hands down Sandler.
Good, but Sandler definitely the best.
Becca, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, that's a good one.
And then there's a
Good
bunch
one.
of different genres of movies, obviously.
Happy,
so,
sad,
yeah.
thriller.
What's your favorite
I
comedy?
do. I have a lot, but one of the first ones that just comes to mind is The Green Mile.
Ooh,
Love that movie.
That's a great
Absolutely
movie.
love that.
Tom
movie.
Hanks
I have
movie.
a ton of favorites, so it's hard to pick, but that's like one of my top five. I would say.
If you see our movie rack that is recently, it's gonna be
It's
going
about
out like
to
that.
go bye
I'm-
bye.
James, that is a good movie, right?
Huge movie buff, so I have a million.
When
and
we
one
met, he
favorite
had
movies.
like binders like
I still have binder,
this
unless you
thick
threw it in the trash.
of.
So are you one of those guys that like can quote a movie, like remembers every line and stuff like that?
Only on
he is
some.
he's better at soundtracks.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
as bad as Clint, but these two will get you every time.
TJ, every time we're in the car, he'll hear a song. He's like, What movie is it from?
I name that movie. That's what I do.
Name that movie.
Whatever
Name that movie. I was like, I didn't even know this was in a movie. He's like, well, it was for like the opening credits or the ending credits.
It was the opening credits of Twister. How do you not know this?
It was 20 seconds. I'm like, I have no idea.
You know,
so he's good for trivia night.
What time it happened, right in the movie and everything.
Yeah. 30 seconds until you see her boobs.
Mr. Skin.
Mr. Skin, man. Mr. Skin.
For me, the quotable movie for me, it's got to be The Fifth Element to this day. Just
I haven't seen all of Fifth Element.
And I think I only started watching it is because TJ was trying to watch it and he couldn't get
you
into
both gave up along the way.
He turned it off and I was like, that's good for me because I'm not a big movie person.
What's everybody's favorite funny movie?
Grandma's Boy.
I'm gonna stick with the original here, and one of my favorites still to this day is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That's a good one. What mine would be? I like stupid humor movies. I love Super Troopers.
That one is great. I do love that one.
I was gonna say Spaceballs.
Oh, that's a good one, Erica.
I absolutely love Spaceballs.
May the shorts be with you.
That's a good one.
One of my other ones would
better
be
pick my other one.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's my other one.
That would be.
It's too hard to pick, man. There's so many good ones.
Grandma's Boy and 40-Year-Old Virgin. They're like my favorites.
Yeah, super hard to try. And favorite TV show?
Now or ever?
Present or ever?
Yeah, let's say ever. Let's say ever.
Fresh Prince.
Oh, God. What was that?
Ooh,
Fresh Prince.
That's a really good one.
I'm a fan of like crime stuff. So I've probably seen, I've seen the first 48 episode, every episode for probably about 10
Jeez.
Not gonna lie.
Probably Snap too, because that is the bomb.
Lots of snaps, but yeah.
I love Snapped.
Yeah, it's a tough one for me. I'm
gonna have to go with I have two, and I know we have to pick one, but I have two. So I would have to say Full House and Alf.
I liked Alf.
Oh my gosh.
I had the box of the Alf, like it's in the other room.
Oh my gosh, I remember
I'm
Alf.
also gonna go out with the DVD racks.
Wait, are they VHSs? If so, I want them.
No, they're DVDs.
Gosh.
I'm converting them.
My dad. They could be at my dad's house. I don't know.
I really like and it's newer now just because I can't think of older stuff right now. Big Bang Theory.
Oh.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the show Mom?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I haven't even heard of
So
it.
you lose diamond.
Yeah, I mean, I heard of it either.
It's
So
pretty dang funny. I can't remember what is it? Anna who's
I don't know her name.
Aquin?
No.
Anna Kournikova?
She's on Scary Movie. I can't remember her name.
I can't.
Oh.
You know what the explosion? It's that chick. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the Scary Movie. Yes,
okay.
Carlos. Yes, you do.
All I heard was sploosh, and all of a sudden I thought of Archer. So, no, but actually, my favorite one to this day
The
is
sex scene, Carlos.
There's a lot of sex scenes.
Are you talking
In
about
Scary Movie?
Dave?
With the Wayans brothers. Yeah, the Anna girl, she also played, I think, like the Playmate girl or whatever, and there's a funny movie too. Yeah. I forget her name right now. If somebody wants to put it in the comments so we don't have to research it, we'd love it.
Right.
That'd be great.
Because we're sitting here struggling with it, but I mean, I remember watching like Hey Dude way back, and can't eat your shorts and stuff like that.
Yep.
But that was growing up. But yeah, salute your shorts. Thank you.
Guys,
But I still,
Larissa explains it all.
Hearts.
and when we think about you, it makes me wanna fart. It's I hope we never part. Now get it right or pay the price. See, I still remember stupid crap like that, but I can't remember my multiplications table. So, but no, but it's right now. It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
We've heard that's really good. I haven't watched it.
It's
Everything he says is Jake Peralta. Everything you say is Jake Peralta.
Yes.
Her name is Anna Faris, by the way.
Anna Faris, thank you.
I had to Google it.
Faris, yes.
Sorry.
Love her. Was it Walking Dead
Yeah, we're still
and
watching
Good
Walking
Doctor.
Dead, Good Doctor.
I think those are the big ones right now.
Yep. Still watching those. We watched a little bit of Ozark. Couldn't get into it, but everybody says that it's great, and I needed to stick with it.
Good
TJ
Girls
could
is funny.
Watch it. I cannot watch
Yeah.
it. It's too out there.
True Blood. Absolutely love True Blood.
Yep. That dude's doing a new show too. The black guy. He's doing a new show. It's pretty good too. I can't think of his name or the show.
Game of Thrones.
Wow, that's really
Shut up.
Really great. Game of
All
Thrones.
American.
That was good.
That
That
very
is so good.
All
yeah.
American.
Yeah,
familiar
with
with it.
Tay Diggs.
What a star football player. Yeah.
Have to check it
So
out.
good.
Non-sports person here.
I'm not either, but Tay Diggs was in
It's
it,
just
and
a
like
really
he's
good,
sexy.
like the whole storyline and everything. It's really good.
Oh, you know what? Another one that actually did like was Lucifer.
We picked
That
out.
was
I'm like,
good.
yeah, you can watch that.
We're officially trusting all of your. Since
Yeah.
you've agreed with everything else,
You've
we
agreed
like, we're
with
like,
everything
okay,
else
cool.
that we
We're gonna
like,
watch All
so
American.
yes.
Yes,
Like,
please
we're gonna
do.
put that on the list.
It's actually the second time it's been brought up on this.
Every time, like, we need a new show to watch, TJ puts it up on Facebook. He's like, "Oh, let me know good shows that you guys
And I
like."
usually go, we like this, and this. Let me know what you like.
Right.
And then once a bunch of people go,
And we
I didn't like
try
any
like
of that. I'm like, then I'm not gonna like it.
we try like a bunch of shows, and normally 2 of them stick. Yeah, so we'll definitely check that one out.
All righty, super cool. That was fun.
Oh, right. So
That's what I had on those segments.
yeah, and again, actually, Becca, I know I told you a certain time frame, but thanks for hanging out with us a little longer than expected.
I know. Thanks
Sticking it
for
late with
hanging
us.
out.
I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
No, of course. I said thank you for your info. Thank you for sharing. Now, we're after all this gets going through, and after everything starts opening up and getting to a more quote unquote normal time, where can people find you at as far as when you're working out in the hospitality? Where can they find you working at usually?
You can find me at Linkster's Tap Room in downtown Lakeland.
Yeah.
I'm there
All right.
all the time. I've been there for almost 12 years now. So
Wow.
stop in and see me, and I'll
Dang.
make you some drinks.
Typically on the weekends, Friday, Saturday.
Ooh, I work on the weekends. I work so much. I work 5 days out of the week. So you won't see me on Tuesdays or Saturdays. I had to think of when my days off were. You guys.
Today, tomorrow, and yesterday. That's it.
Yeah.
My band plays down at Federal Bar downtown, usually every 6 weeks, and then
Yeah.
occasionally we'll have either Auntie E or Destiny will watch Tyler for us, which gives her a chance to come out. And usually we get to the end of the night, we're done in between 12 and 1 usually, and it's like,
You want to go off and have an extra drink?
let's go have an extra drink. And sometimes the band they'll either hop over and head over to Linksters to catch a drink. So that's why I was like, well, if you're there, now
So
we know.
stop in. I do have a little bit of news that I just found out that when we open, Linksters has always been known to be a smoking bar. We're actually going to be a non-smoking bar.
Yay! You know that.
Hey.
Excited about that.
Heck yeah, and I'll
Yeah.
actually come in there.
Yes, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know smoking bar.
Yeah.
Are you
that
going to
will-
be
Yeah.
coaching this year?
I get
Why?
to
I
see
never
a lot of
remember.
people still coming in when we open because it's going to be a non-smoking bar as well.
Awesome. I love it. Love it. That's going to be so much better for everybody. Some people are going to hate it. Most are going to love it.
I have terrible allergies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not a smoker, so I completely understand. Like, I don't want to be around it, so I'm super excited about it.
Yep. We were that way
awesome.
too when we were bartending back then. It's just
Yep.
it hurts.
It does.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yay! Happy to be healthier too.
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Are you
Definitely
going
look
to
forward
coach
to
this
meeting you in
coming
person.
season?
Girl, I plan on coming back if they want me.
Okay.
I
You
still
know
have
Trip
the
is gonna-
uniform, so hey.
Hold him as ransom, baby.
Right, exactly.
Once we get stuff open, obviously we need to get to doing a volleyball day
Yes.
Absolutely.
over
For
at
sure.
Off the
Even
Wall.
though I'm
or-
terrible at
Get
it.
Or-
together and play. Let me know.
I
or a
just want to
beach day,
record it,
or-
y'all.
we
Go
can
ahead.
get a
No
beach
one
day.
wants me on their team because I'm terrible.
Nobody's beach ready, but we can get a beach day together. And
I'm
pop
not
up
even
out
beach
for
ready, so
$30.
it's okay.
But you got a nice booty, so we're good. We can just watch your booty.
Right, but that's not gonna help me play good.
It's gonna help them play good.
It distracts. It
I am
distracts
not-
people so that we can get more points.
There you go.
It's the beach. We have tequila for that.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Uh,
Thanks for having having me, you guys.
Thank you for being with us, Becca. Thank you so much. We love you so much.
Y'all. Have a great night.
Love you.
Too,
Bye.
Bye, Erica. Good seeing you.
Love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Too awesome. Too awesome. All right, kids.
She was great.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
We've
So-
only been to Link's. Oh,
Yeah, I've only been.
I have only been to Linksters.
I've been to Linksters
once or
several
twice,
times because
but
Chris Hess
TJ's
is my
gone.
bandmate, and if we don't have a babysitter and I got to ride home with someone, he's not leaving
It's-
downtown
it's-
until
yeah.
after it's closed. So usually that means I'm stuck at the will of the Hess. That's funny.
That's a strong drunken will.
Yes,
So-
it is
Very
very much
strong.
is. And
And I
I've had to
normally
Uber
don't
home a couple
complain.
times.
Yeah. Until it gets to about 5 a.m. and I'm like, where the fuck are you?
I have my trombone strapped to my back. I'm waiting outside of somebody's house.
I normally try around 11:30, like when they're packing up, and see what the deal is. And then at 12 o'clock, if I don't get a straight answer, I know they're probably at Linksters or someone's house.
No, and only the one time that we ended up at someone's house. And it was,
She told a story one time when Socialite and 210 were open that if people would skip out on their tab, she would be walking her up over there like, "Hey, you have an open tab, you need to come pay this." I was like,
I will show up at your party.
right at Socialite. Hey,
I think when 210 was open,
I missed
when
the
Cody
Socialite.
was there, we might have left on our tab once, and then we came back the next day.
Right,
And we're like, "Oh my gosh, we're so
tacos.
sorry."
We need Jack's tacos and let me pay my tab.
That was a flatbread. Flatbread.
All right. So
All
for the
right,
sake of time, and we're doing.
a little bit over, and Erica will
Yeah.
bail on us. So
Sorry.
Carlos, give us 30 to 60 seconds about what's going on in the market. We'll roll through a little bit of. We'll roll through 30 to 60 seconds about what everybody's doing in their professions, and then we'll sign off. What's going on in the market?
It's raining sideways. No, that's Ollie.
It's
Never
raining
mind. So yeah, actually, with the financial markets and things that are happening right now, I've been talking to several individuals. With my profession, of course, I work in the financial industry, helping people with everything is from how to get out of debt to how to properly invest and how to get their things together as far as a good plan. And the what?
Get your life insurance, people. Start there.
Yeah, protect your income essentially. So at the end of the day, though, really with financial market, one thing that I've really been talking about a lot has been about what I call the cow story. It's to help people understand about why it's good to continually putting money, take advantage of when the markets are up and down, and it helps people understand, oh, this is what's going through, So it's but with the financial market itself, things are starting to pick back up because there's more faith in the economy once again. Yes, things are opening back up. Now, will people get sick or not? We've yet to see that. We're in the beginning reopening stages, at least in Florida. But economy-wise, as people have more faith in the economy, things tend to pick back up. Now, the best time to invest was around March 20th because that's when everything, oh my gosh, hit.
Just talking about that.
Yeah, we were watching.
Yeah,
Folio.
No, right. But at the same time, though, I get it. If you were in 2008, if you were in 2000, .com burst. If you were now in that time frame, if you're retiring at that time, it's scary. But hopefully, you have somebody to talk to.
You're retiring.
Yeah, exactly. It's scary, but hopefully your accounts are more conservative at that point in time. You have an advisor who can help you out and say, "Hey, listen, you're at this age. You're this. This is your plan, or this is your X, Y, and Z. You got to be,
another month."
Yeah. Can you wait? But sometimes it's not because when 800,000 goes down to 600,000, it's not a quick comeback. A comeback doesn't take usually long, or takes usually double the time of a downfall. If a downfall took a month, 2 months, it takes about 4 to 6 to start looking to get at the same point again, and then as you start seeing gains.
Okay,
so it's
I think by the end of the year, and it already said that we're at whatever levels we had dipped to. We're not back at it, but it was I forget what year they were comparing it to, but
2008.
They were basically saying that we are already back. Everything we dipped below, we're now back at that 2008 level.
Oh no,
and it's
2000.
I forget
it was
what
last
year.
year.
2016, 17.
Yeah, we're already back to the 1 year mark of where we were.
Instead of progressing upwards, we're basically back even.
Everything crash. And
plateauing. It's
we're back
plateauing.
deep into what we were last year. So now, hopefully, if things stay the course, we'll be moving. We'll be moving forward. Anyways, I don't want to get too drawn out. But
people have to remember. Yeah, people have to remember history's going to repeat itself. When things go up, they're going to come back down. It's just the ebb and flow. But about, I believe the numbers are about 78% of the time, or it's either 78 or 80% of the time, the market is always going to be on the positive. But people always focus on the negative. We're still talking about 2008. Because why? Bad news sells all the time.
Sure.
Of course.
So yeah, but again, so remember, things will come back. The market will come back. Where Americans are too proud and too strong to let something just like this, even worldwide pandemic, take it down. So it's all right. We're just to hold a steady course. So, and if you need somebody to help you, I'm right here. So let's talk about a little bit about tech, Erica, since you're our go-to tech individual. I mean, heck, you even helped me recently right now. What's going on with the tech world?
Well, I think I actually want to touch upon not only backing up, but people that use the online syncing aspects as far as OneDrive or Dropbox. Yes, you think you're using it, but is it running? I have had 3 tickets in the past 3 days while my OneDrive isn't syncing.
Excuse me.
Well, the app isn't open. So yes, your stuff is not backing up, or they're assuming that it's backing up, but they didn't actually tell it to back up. So that's the biggest ticket ones. And then I have a lot of complaints. Well, I just use the same password for everything.
All the people.
And I don't want to pay for a app manager. Okay, I completely respect that. So if you're not using a notebook and you're changing your passwords or making, computer generated passwords, my kids get so ticked off at me because all of my passwords are computer generated and 2-factor authentication. I don't care. Put a gun to my head. I don't know what my password is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I truly do not know.
I have no idea what my passwords are.
And I make them like 32 characters long just to piss people off. It's great.
I don't.
Whatever.
And we're working on like same thing within our company now. Destiny's on board with us and Justin's on board.
I just had to put our Disney Plus password on Tyler's tablet, and I'm like, normally it syncs between the Wi-Fi. Like, okay, this Wi-Fi is using the same Wi-Fi as this tablet and this TV, so they just pick up the password. They didn't pick it up. So I had to punch in all that 32 characters.
And then the 2-factor authentications. Yeah.
Like,
But yeah,
now he has Doc McStuffins and
his new obsession.
Einstein.
Doc McStuffins and Einstein.
On his
yeah, we're doing the same thing now with bringing on a couple employees, and it's like.
So are you using the team version or the business version of 1Password? Because that thing is glorious.
We made that move.
So we have the different vaults.
Yes, absolutely. I have a vault for every family member, and then I have a shared vault that, like,
and then
I guess you can have this password, but
1Password, y'all. 1Password.
Yeah, 1Password. 1Password.
And I've used it before the inception of them actually enabling PCs. So that tells you how long I've been using it.
1Password. Use it.
It's the best.
It's the best.
What about you guys? What are you guys doing in the marketing world?
Helping restaurants right now. One of the biggest things is helping them get back on their feet. So that is
and to get them online, like people who don't have
anybody who doesn't have anybody that doesn't have an online presence right now.
Yeah.
But
even if you don't have a website, to message and say, "Are you guys open?"
And so trying to work real hard at building contacts with restaurants and getting in front of them just to offer our platform. There was a meme, not a meme, but there was a post or two that went a little bit viral over the last week or so that was basically showing it was a DoorDash or a Grubhub or one of those.
Oh, yeah.
It was a screen of their
about how much they take.
Of how much they took out of.
Oh, I saw that.
Not only how much do they take, but they mark up the menu price 30%.
So now you're priced out of the market on your burgers, your fries, or whatever.
So a $10 burger is now a $14 burger. Plus, when that sale goes through to the business owner, then they also have to pay back on top of that a percentage.
I didn't know that.
Another 15 to 25%.
They've already taken their percentage off the top, and now they will take it back again off the back end.
So that screenshot came out that, you know, basically they did, $1,500 in sales, and here's your $150
and
check.
mind you,
they cut you a check a week later.
We have subscribed. We actually have ordered Bite Squad a couple times.
We paid the premium.
Yeah.
I bought a $14, $7 sub.
But we didn't know all the logistics and stuff of that when we signed up. So I still get the emails. I haven't unsubscribed. But when I get those emails lately, a lot of them say, support local. We're here to help your local businesses.
Free delivery. Free
and I'm like,
are you? Are you?
How is this helping local businesses?
So,
it's terrible.
I was actually going to say, if it wasn't for you guys bringing that to my attention, I wouldn't have known, because I'm guilty of wanting food delivered to me. But now I go on each person's website, order, and I will come pick it up if you're not delivering yourself. If you're telling me DoorDash is delivering it, no, I will get in my truck and go get it. So thank y'all.
I had no idea until we implemented this for TJ's dad at Winter Circle.
Because he got tired of it. He was getting fired up going, I'm waiting 2 weeks to get a check, and then what I get is 60%.
Well, I thought they marked it up from the customer standpoint, because we see that. Like, we order from Tapatio's. They are right down the street from us. And we love Tapatio's. So we're like, okay, we're going to order some Bite Squad, and they're going to drop it off. And they mark it up a little bit, but you know what?
That's what they make. No big deal.
I'm willing to pay that for them to bring it to me instead of me going up there. Come to find out, they are not only marking it up, they are marking it up, taking that profit, and then again taking it off the back end of the business.
Yeah, I saw you just share the In Town Eats. In Town Eats is a directory that we created. It basically lists, right now it's Polk County based, so it is listing over 300 different locations in Polk County. So that's one of the things that we have, and we started a new Facebook group because the rally group closed down, so we started a new one.
And
that
there's
is all positive.
We're not. Okay.
We started.
No, we're not talking about.
Nope, we're not talking about that.
Should not be named.
A friend of ours in admin. Good for them to do that. That's okay. Do what they want. We started a positive group, but it's tied to our In Town Eats stuff. But our online ordering app is built for restaurants who want to do whether it's in-house to-go orders for pickup, curbside to bring it out to them for more no contact, or if they want to do use their own staff as delivery drivers, or if they want to use third-party delivery drivers. That's what our system is built for. We're set up and we're there to help restaurants. Right now we have Winter Circle and MJ's of Winter Haven. That is our two restaurants that we have running on our app right now, and we're helping them make 100% of their money.
I think that's awesome.
That is
odd, y'all. That's awesome.
tbamarketing.com/online ordering is.
If you have a restaurant or a bar or anything that wants to deliver, let us know. We'd love to help you.
That is one of our biggest things that is going on right now. Other than that, we're just trying to help people have a digital presence, because a lot of people didn't.
A lot of people are doing,
old school people didn't understand that they needed.
A lot of times, people are now trying to do no contact and having.
I also feel they can't afford it too, can't they?
So
yeah, a lot of people think they can't afford it, and that's the thing. Like, you don't have to do a lot. Like,
are you affordable? Am I going to be looking at a $5,000 website for you to do this?
No.
Well, I mean, the questions you have to ask.
Yeah, no, our base website prices sit right around $1,500 for a 5 to 7 page, 7 to 10 page website. E-commerce is around $2,500, but we show you how you're going to make that money back within the first couple months of being live. Everything we do is mobile friendly, SEO, yada yada. I don't.
No, but like.
Conversation
I understand.
Another day, but yeah.
Yeah, if you're interested, we'd love to have a conversation with you.
We're about to do. I was thinking about this today, which we've talked about it a lot, but I want to start doing coaching classes for people that want to do it themselves, in terms of Facebook ads, because you can run Facebook ads for as low as $1 a day and reach 1,000 people, and targeting, as long as you know how to set the targeting and do things properly. I'm not talking about clicking boost. Talking about pulling it into an ad manager and doing it properly. and doing that. I mean, I just want to help people, you know,
Awesome.
help people to grow their businesses, and you don't have to.
Especially in a time like this, like it's not the same old, same old.
Yeah.
A lot of people are working virtually only, so you need that virtual presence. You're not getting foot traffic. You're not getting
rents that were delayed are going to be due in a few
people
months.
that come through.
And a lot of businesses are going to go out of business. So whatever way that we can help people, that's same thing you're doing, E and Carlos. Like whatever way we can help people be able to stay in business, better their lives, figure out how to stay in track. Carlos, on your side, figure out what is a retirement plan. Most people don't. We're not educated with that in school.
I'm sure it's a lot harder now than it used to be because
money's not flowing.
Your income's not flowing, and the stocks are volatile. So it helps to have that guidance there.
No, for sure. Even with what you guys are doing, and even on Erica's end as well, it's just a matter of, like you said, it's education of saying, where do I start? Who can I talk to? And that's also the cool thing about not only working, you know, with somebody like ourselves who are local business owners too, but you know, again, if I'm in your area, I don't care if you're in Missouri, I don't care if you're in California. Talk to a person who's local, because they're gonna. I'll say 90% of the time, there's always bad apples out there too, but they're gonna want to take care of you because they know that their credit. Yeah, they know that their credibility, their trustworthiness is what's going to help them grow their business. I have a great buddy of mine who's helping a lot of local Tampa locations, and he does, you know, kind of what you guys do as well, but he's more towards veterans, etc. But again, great individuals starting a support group to help out. And I was just thinking about that right now. Man, it's just about educating them that there's an option, that this was even available and affordable to them. A lot of people just don't know that. They just go like, oh well, I guess I'm short on luck.
Oh, that's expensive, or computer repair. Oh, that's a financial advisor. Like, no, I can't deal with that. Like,
yeah, exactly. Oh, he's gonna be very expensive. Like, well, if you know me.
Consultation.
Yeah. So it's awesome, but I'm very proud of us tonight. We've got through a lot. We changed the format, as you people can see it right now, and we stuck pretty good to it. We stuck pretty well through it. And I'm really proud of us, first and foremost. So, but I promise you, TJ, one of these days we'll get to talk about your food topics. Because I want to talk because I want to talk about it too.
So I totally saw that on our slideshow.
He's got to go soon, so don't be pushing this too late. He's up early, guys. Go ahead.
So I saw TJ's notes, and I thought that was a jab at me. Like, maybe I'm not making.
It wasn't. It looked delicious, so I'm
not making original dinners. So he has to go ahead. Oh, TJ has a dinner of the week.
TJ got a dinner of the week. My dinner of the week.
I looked at the dinner of the week, and
it's brown
nothing I've never made.
Parmesan sweet potatoes.
Wait, can we also preface this that every time I go get food, I text you to see what you want?
You are amazing, and thank you. I wanted so bad, and I turned and looked at her, and she's like, I got chicken in the crock pot. I don't know what kind of chicken.
I have leftovers.
It's going to become, but I got chicken in the crock pot.
Literally, I have.
Drink!
I don't have any drink.
I don't either. Mine's gone.
Because it's 11:30
and we're done. We're done.
Get in my belly. There it is. Boom. All right. Put it up. It is absolutely delicious. We need to make it. It is a brown butter Parmesan smashed sweet potatoes. And oh my God. And outside of that, we need to go have some sushi.
Oh yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. We're going to eat.
I need
somewhere
to get out of this house.
We're gonna go eat somewhere. Tyler is gonna end up being.
I said I know. We're gonna have a toddler. I don't care. I need to get out of this.
So we're gonna.
And this is coming from the introvert here, going, I gotta get out.
I need a server. Yeah. I need not to do the dishes. I need not to do whatever.
That's what it's really about. You just want to do dishes.
I got Jerron bringing me food.
Oh.
There you go. Sorry, we're muting. There you go. You're good.
Wiki. All right. Also,
you have Jerron bringing you food tomorrow. That's right.
So that's why I said at 1 o'clock I'll go eat sushi with you because they'll be here to get the food.
Yeah. I don't know that we'll be done. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna be done. You didn't say. If you had mentioned it, shoot. She's like that peppered
All right,
steak. I'm
okay.
like, if you had mentioned.
Okay, you two can fight off screen later, okay? Because we're gonna call it now for the night. So we're
We
doing
are.
good, doing great with the schedule. Everybody, thank you all 8,000 people sticking out with us through the evening. We love you all so much. We appreciate it. Hugs to you too. And yeah, that's all we got. Let's close it up.
Love you guys. Have a good night. See you guys. Have a good night.